Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
The trouble started when Dad got himself a lawyer last November 1st. I remember the date because it was the day after Halloween, and Dad wanted to sue some kids who soaped his windows.
I am going to court.
He talked Dad out of that, but Dad kept him. Dad liked having a lawyer, mostly for yelling.
There's laws in this country to protect us businessmen. I am going to see my attorney. You know better than to take a bite out of a nickel candy bar when you've only got 4 cents. You're probably going to wind up in court.
Boy, was Dad proud of having a lawyer. I'm probably the only high school student in the whole world whose father threatened to sue him if he didn't get his grades up. Well, this lawyer, Mr. Martindale, drew up a will for Dad.
I have explained to Mr. Gillis a dozen times how much trouble and expense will be saved by having a will for after he's gone. Not now, 100 years from now. For the past year, during which he has referred to me as, quote, my attorney, unquote, I haven't been able to get him to sign it.
Hey, Winnie, I sure gave those guys down at the produce market a going over too, Dale. Hello, Martindale. Always glad to see my attorney.
Mr. Martindale was nice enough to bring over your will for you to sign, dear.
Well, if those kids soap my windows next Halloween again and he doesn't do anything about it again, he won't have anything to bring over here for me to sign because I will get a new attorney.
See? I knew when I left law school that I'd have to be a struggling young lawyer. But I never thought that I'd be doing all of my struggling with one client.
Deserting your client, huh? You're just liable to find yourself up in front of the State Bar Association. He's a nice kid. Little inexperienced, easy to learn. Oh, the mail's here, huh?
If you'll just read it and sign it, it'll be done.
Yeah, and then I'll be done, too.
What?
Well, you heard the old saying. Sign your will and send for your undertaker.
Oh, that's just an old wives' saying.
Yeah, well, what would a young wife say about that, huh?
Lake Winnemucca Hotel?
Yeah, where the successful young businessman, Herbert T. Gillis, and his beautiful young bride, Mrs. Herbert T. Gillis, are spending their honeymoon.
You don't mean it.
Read it. I already made reservations.
But we can't afford it.
Well, I told you, Winnie, we picked up a little extra profit the last couple of months. And we waited 24 years for our honeymoon. This is it.
Oh.
Oh, I told you when we got engaged, honey, just stick to Herbert T. Gillis.
Buenos dias.
Oh, buenos dias, Senor Carlos. Voila.
Gracias. Y adiós.
And a gracias and an adios to you, Senor Carlos.
See you mañana.
Hey, what's all this sneaky double talk?
Oh, I'm practicing Spanish with him. Gracias and adios means thank you and goodbye.
Yeah, but what about this mañana where he's going to meet you?
Oh, he meant that he'll see me tomorrow.
But where will he see you tomorrow?
Here. Mañana, tomorrow.
Oh.
Why, Herbert Gillis, I believe you're jealous.
Why not? You're a cute chick, you know. You bring all of us young bucks blood to a boil.
Lake Winnemucca. You know, I'm glad now that we couldn't afford a honeymoon when we were first married.
That's Herbert T. Gillis. Always thinking.
We would have been worried about the future then. But now?
But now I'm a successful businessman. Honey, we've got it made.
Oh, it'll be wonderful. Warm days, canoeing, swimming, dancing. Say, maybe we ought to go to a dancing school. Well, there'll be dancing at the lake, and we don't want to look old-fashioned.
Look old-fashioned? Honey, I feel 22. You look 18. How could we look old-fashioned?
Well, still, maybe we ought to learn that cha-cha-cha.
We will be doing the kangaroo jump.
The kangaroo jump?
Yes, honey, the dance we fell in love to. The dance we would have been doing if we'd have gone on our honeymoon 24 years ago. The kangaroo jump. Hey, there is a real dance. Hey. Da-da-da-da-da. Jump, we're gonna dance till we drop. Hibbity, hop, hop, hop.
Hop, hop.
Hibbity, bump, bump, bump.
Bump, bump.
doing the kangaroo jump. Da-dum-bum-bum, we're gonna dance. Dee-dee-dum, da-da-dee-dee-dee-da-da-da-da-da-dum. Bum, bum. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum. Bum, bum. Dee-dee-dee-dee-dee-dum. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Dobie.
Oh.
Goodbye, Herbie.
Goodbye, Winnie Pooh. Dobie, your mother and I are feeling pretty happy, son. We are going away on our honeymoon. Hold it. Don't let the connection fit. I'm going to close the store while we're gone. You won't have to work.
Oh, okay. One thing, Dad. Will you do me a favor?
No.
If it doesn't cost anything?
Yes.
Don't tell anybody you're going on your honeymoon, huh? It's pretty embarrassing at my age.
Huh?
And at your age.
At my age?
Yeah.
Oh, the things you kids don't understand. Boy, I am in my prime. Oh. Yes, sir. No! You gotta get them broken out.
My future depends on...
Put one finger in that drawing, you'll only have to...
Take dancing lessons.
All right, we'll start by dancing away from the camera.
Look, Dad, if you don't let me take dancing lessons, I may never get married, and you'll have me on your hands the rest of your life. But if I learn to dance good, well, I might even marry a rich girl and be self-supporting.
I'll admit, that's the only way you'll make it. And girls are very important for that, so I'll tell you what I am going to do.
What?
I am going to teach you to do the kangaroo jump.
The kangaroo
Jump! You'll have to beat the girls off with an axe handle.
I don't want to beat them all.
Get a load of this. Da-da-da-da-da. We're going to dance till we drop. Hibbity, 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 hop, hop, hop.
The only thing I'd get to marry with that dance would be another kangaroo.
Mister, that happens to be the dance with which I won your mother.
I gotta learn the cha-cha-cha.
No!
If you haven't got the money right now, maybe you'd let me charge it.
Phew! Charge it!
Thanks, Dad.
Oh, I gotta... I better hold it. I might want to include his brother, too.
Morning, Dad.
Well, there's a little of it left.
I just cleaned the cobwebs out.
Oh, so that's what you got up there, huh? You know what I can't understand is why you have to come home from college to study for an exam you gotta go back to college to take. What's the exam on if it's for yawning you're a cinch to get an A? All right, so what's the exam on? A study of the bird life in Minnesota?
A study of bird life in Minnesota except the loot. No, I took that last year.
I work and I slave, and you, a study of bird life in Minnesota, except Duluth.
I got a B.
A bird could have gotten an A. What's this one on?
Primary and secondary trends in international finance.
International too. You can't even make change for a buck.
What? That shouldn't matter. I've told you and told you, let the customers make their own change. Do-it-yourself grocery. The honor system.
Trust the customers.
Sure, it's a well-established fact at college that psychologically it creates an emotional pattern in the customer when you allow him to...
Trust the customer to make his own change.
With the kind of petty money you take in here, who'd steal? You're out trying, Dads. It may make your fortune.
Listen, you, I made a little profit the last couple of months. You know how? By watching every penny.
Dads, in business, you gotta think big. And speaking of money,
No.
I need a little cash. I'm going out to play some golf.
Golf? What about studying for that exam?
Golf is part of it, Dad. It's a very important part of big business. That's where you make the contacts, the big deals.
Look, you, a few minutes ago I was a happy man. Singing, whistling, doing the kangaroo jump.
The kangaroo jump? You're kidding.
Watch it, mister. That happens to be the dance with which I won your mother.
I merely meant it's a very amusing dance, that's all.
Oh, amusing, huh?
Yeah,
Where did you hear about it?
at college.
Really? At college? Wait till Dobie hears this. They're doing the kangaroo jump at college.
Sure, I took folk dancing my freshman
What do you
year.
mean, folk dance?
Ancient stuff. Dads, you ought to watch that blood pressure. You know it's your age. Like that.
You better get out of here, boy, or I will you. Like that. Golf. All right, what do you need? $1? $2?
I figure I can squeeze by for $85.
No!
Dads, I gotta buy some clubs.
What kind of clubs? Country clubs? No. There is $1.
$1? matter. What good's that?
You can buy yourself a golf ball and throw it around.
Hello, dear.
Now, don't you start, oh.
Goodness.
I'm sorry, Winnie. Forget it.
What's the matter, dear? Don't you feel well?
Oh, I feel very well.
Good, because I brought down the good pen and the good ink so that you can sign your will, because I promised Mr. Martindale that I'd get you to sign it, so you just read it and sign it.
Okay.
And I won't take no for... Okay?
Okay.
Woo! Good.
I, Herbert T. Gillis, being of sound mind and memory, and considering the uncertainties of this life, do declare this to be my last will. Kangaroo jump?
Yeah, Dad, would you do it for me now?
Oh, kind of got to you, huh?
Yeah.
Well, I'm glad to see you're wising up, boy. Hey, get a load of this. Da-da-da-da-da-da. Bum, I'm gonna dance till I drop. Hippity, 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 hop, hop, hop. I'm gonna dance. Okay, man, I'll never like doubt your word again.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Dad. Bye.
Hey, just a minute. What's that?
Huh? Oh, just a little old quarter bet we had.
What kind of a bet?
Huh? What? Oh, well, you see, Maynard just sort of happened to hear about you doing that kangaroo jump dance.
And I didn't believe it, but man, like, wow.
I gotta make $10 some way.
That's only a quarter.
Well, 40 kids.
Do you mean to say you were gonna get to do that dance 40? My back. Don't stand there. You son of a... Wait. Take it easy. You stupid That's all right, thanks.
Oh, it's nothing, Mr. Gillis. I do it for my grandpa all the time.
Your grandpa?
He's doing the same thing. Lumbago.
Lumbago?
Don't worry, Mr. Gillis. Everybody gets it when they get, like, old.
When they get like nobody... This happens to be an old football injury. Gets like gold. I like to see you two do the work I put in around here in this store 12, 14 hours a day.
Well, why don't you just take it easier, Dad?
Do you think I like to work? But what am I going to do with a $10 cha-cha-chan son and an $85 golfing son?
You could close the grocery and make this like a coffee house.
A coffee house, Maynard?
This community, like, needs a coffee house.
Why, Maynard?
So us cats can have someplace to go and sit and, like, protest.
And how would I make any money, Maynard?
Yeah, but look at all the friends you'd make.
Like you, Maynard?
You better consider that $10 investment in cha-cha-cha, Dad. I'm only thinking of you.
Thinking of me?
Sure. Cha-cha-cha, rich girl, retirement. With your back, you need help.
Oh, why, you and... I'm gonna kill him, boy. I just got him.
You saw me coming and you're trying to lock up.
It's closing time, Mrs.
I'm on
Lassie.
to you, Herb Gillis. You're a robber and you're a price raiser.
Don't pick on me, will you? Ordinarily, I can take it, but tonight I'm in a bad humor.
How can you say this to me when I'm here on a mission of mercy?
What can I get for you, Mrs.
Poor
Lassie?
Herman Stalker, over on 18th Street, they go to my church. Dropped dead yesterday like that. So I want to be a good neighbor and take the poor grieving widow some good homemade soup. So let me have a couple of envelopes of that tomato soup mix. I like vegetable better. Maybe you better make it vegetable.
I used to go to school with a kid named Bill Stalker.
Oh, Bill was Herman's older brother. He passed away 3 years ago. You couldn't possibly know Herman Stalker. He's years younger than you.
Younger?
Younger.
Like that?
Like that. Charge them 23 cents. These were 22 cents yesterday.
23 cents, Mrs. Lapping.
They were 22 cents.
They have
You'd
been
rob
23
me when I'm
cents
trying to...
for months.
You look me in the eye and try to say they were 23 cents yesterday.
They were 23 cents yesterday.
Oh, no.
You see in my eye that I was telling the truth, huh?
No. I can see in your eye the same look I saw in poor Herman Stalker's eye last week. Oh, you poor man. Like that.
Considering the uncertainties joys of this life.
Dad, you better take it easier.
Watch that blood pressure, Dad. You know it's your age.
Herman Stoker, younger than you. Like that.
Last will and testament.
Why, you haven't even closed up yet.
I didn't feel strong enough to carry in the newspaper rack.
What's wrong, dear? A chill? What is it?
Everything. Oh, Winnie.
Why, Herbert, darling, what's wrong?
Oh, I just feel awful. All over. I feel old and tired.
That will. Is that what brought all this on?
Well, it made me realize how old I am and what a failure I've been. Winnie, I ain't got anything to leave you except a little GI veteran insurance.
Now, Herbert, you stop that.
Hardly enough insurance to bury me with. Probably not even enough the way prices have gone up. You're liable to have to leave me above ground. Oh, I gotta face it, Winnie. At my age, it could happen like that. And then what'll happen to you when I'm not here to take care of you? You'll wind up on relief. Why? Because I ain't got anything to leave you.
You have quite a lot to leave me. 2 fine boys. Now what?
I forgot about them. You'll have to support yourself in them, too.
Herbert, they
Winnie,
are fine boys.
Winnie, you've got to promise me one thing. After I'm gone, you'll marry again.
Why, I wouldn't think of such a thing.
Winnie, I won't rest easy unless you promise. Now, promise me you'll marry again, please.
Well, all right, I'll promise if it will make you come upstairs and have your supper.
Thank you. Who?
Who?
Who you got in mind? That's who.
I got you in mind.
Well, I'll rest easier knowing you'll be taken care of. You're a striking woman, Winnie, and you can get somebody real easy. Probably some big shot, not an old failure like me. Some fella who can die and leave you all the things that I keep.
Now, upstairs.
Cha-cha-cha, marry a rich girl and be self-supporting. Cha-cha-cha.
Trust your customer. A do-it-yourself grocery.
The honor system.
Oh, I'm sorry, Winnie. I got nothing to leave you.
2 fine boys.
What's going on here? Can anybody hear me? Hey!
That's it? I'm dead. I told you to have it like that. Now they will never argue with me again.
Do cha-cha-cha. Do cha-cha-cha. 1, 2, cha-cha-cha.
Oh, thank you, Dobie.
My pleasure, Mrs. Lapping. You've got the happiest little fat feet in the whole neighborhood.
Oh, Dobie, you're so charming. And it's such a pleasure shopping here now that your mean father has gone.
Me? Why,
I wouldn't say it's mean.
That a
Of course, it's
boy.
true, but I wouldn't say it.
Why didn't I
Shall we try it again, Mrs. Lapping?
Davy, the drawer is full and I can't get my money in.
I'll take care of it, Mrs. Dow.
Hey, what are you doing?
The bank got tired sending an armored car over every hour, so they put in a pneumatic tube straight to the bank.
He doesn't count it.
They even hired a teller to stay at their end of the tube and count our money for us.
Well, I figured what my purchases came to, but I just thought I'd put a little extra in.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Dow. Would you care for some espresso coffee before you leave? Maybe a little golf lesson. Or how about some cha-cha-cha?
Oh, I've had them all. And I'm going to hurry home and stuff this food into my family so I can come right back and buy more.
How are you there, Mrs. Dowell?
Well, Mr. Gillis. I wonder if you remember me. We met yesterday on the golf course.
Well, I meet so many impressive executives on the golf course.
Oh, of course. I'm the president of Mammoth Market, CB Mammoth.
Yes.
I was very impressed with you yesterday. Not only because of your golf game, the way you threw the ball around the course. Marvelous, a wonderful idea.
That was my idea.
But I was even more intrigued with that fascinating talk you gave in the locker room on bird life in Minnesota.
Except Duluth.
Oh, except Duluth, of course. That's what impressed me the most. I hate the birds in Duluth. Yes, I've heard about your amazing success here in the market and some of your fascinating features. Is that one of them?
Yes, he's on our staff. He's the king of the beatnik.
King? Well, what's he doing?
Protesting.
Wonderful. Brings in the intellectual element. Marvelous idea. And is this another feature of the store?
Yes, sir. This is the cha-cha-cha department. We dance with the customers. It puts them in the mood to buy. Care to try it? Uh-huh. Yeah.
Wonderful. I'll buy this store. I'll give you and your brother $100,000 for it.
See what I mean?
$100,000.
Of course, your offer is ridiculous.
Well, of course it is, so take it.
I mean, we wouldn't even consider it.
Sell!
Don't sell, Dobie. My father's a millionaire. I only started working here in hopes you'd cha-cha me to the altar.
Oh, this kid's been spreading his cha-cha all over town.
No, I'm sorry, but we have plans for our own chain of groceries. I'm afraid that in a year or so, we'll be absorbing you.
Oh, I knew it. I knew it. Oh, why in the world didn't I study golf and bird life and the cha-cha-cha in college?
Turned down $100,000. Oh, what's going to happen to poor Billy?
Oh, what a lovely picture. What a shame this miserable Herbert Gillis couldn't be here to see it.
Miserable Herbert T. Gillis.
Who? Your late husband.
Oh, is that who it is? I thought it was some sort of an ad.
Oh, that miserable man. You know, I used to have to force myself to come to this store. But you and the boys have always been so attractive, and I realized if that miserable man lost even one customer, you'd all be on the county. Dobie, you're so cute.
Yeah.
Poor, miserable Herbert.
Oh,
We could have been rich years ago, but the poor, miserable man just couldn't think big.
Well, what could you expect from that limited mind? I always ask him, buy me a convertible. Over and over. Buy me a convertible.
all right, so you asked me.
And making deliveries in that beautiful convertible that I bought you for his funeral. That was the very thing that started our success.
Yeah.
Oh, I kid myself. She's right. They don't need me. They're better off without me.
The convertible and Davy's golf and cha-cha-cha, Mother.
Oh, and that reminds me, I'm going to a thé dansante. Woo! And here comes my date now.
Your date? Winnie, I'm not even cold yet. No.
Oh, Don Carlos, gracias and adios.
Oh, my sweet Winnie Pooh.
Winnie Pooh, honey, that was my name for you.
Here it is, mañana.
I knew it. You see, just after my insurance.
You know, if my poor late husband were here, he would say that you were after his insurance money.
But I am a wealthy South American landowner. Perhaps you have heard of my hacienda in South America.
What is it called?
Argentina.
Oh, it sounds lovely. Well, shall we off to cha-cha-cha?
No, never again shall I cha-cha-cha. I shall only do the dance with which you won my heart. The kangaroo jump.
The kangaroo jump? Oh, Winnie, that's our song. Oh, there's nothing sacred anymore. Ooh, ouch, I'm alive. Hey. The store. What's happening to the store?
Look, I've been here a half hour. Just get me out of here,
Hold
please.
your horses. I've been waiting here longer than you.
We are doing the best we can.
Where are the anchovies, Mama? Lady wants
don't
anchovies
know,
and
dear.
I can't find.
I'm
I'll help you.
sorry.
Give me a hand.
What's going on here?
Oh, Herbert, darling, I wanted you to get all the rest that you could, and I thought that the boys and I could handle the store.
We did our best, Dad. Don't get sore, Dad.
Sore? Why should I get sore? You are my family. And this is the best thing that ever happened to you. Now, you know, it takes brains to run this store. Brains and guts and American ingenuity. Don't worry, folks. Herbert T. Gillis is in command. You know, I learned something today, Winnie. You are only young once. And I learned something else.
What?
Once is enough.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Wants a gal who's creamy, Dobie. Wants a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. He wants a gal who's dreamy, Dobie. Wants a gal who's creamy, Dobie. Wants a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
My father can't understand why I don't like work. What's so hard to understand? Some people don't like artichokes or bow ties or Wyatt Earp. I mean, this is a free country, and we all have the right to dislike something. And my choice happens to be work. Now, my father happens not to like rock and roll. Okay, that's his privilege. Do I try to change his mind? Of course not. So how come he doesn't get off my back? I mean, I'm not the only one who has an allergy to work. You take Chatsworth Osborne Jr., the richest kid in town. You know how he feels about work?
Chatsworth Osborne Jr., in your entire life, you have never done an honest day's work.
But of course not, my child.
Aren't you ashamed, never doing a lick of work?
Daphne, you don't seem to understand, dear. What does everybody in this country want? More leisure time. Unions go out on strike for shorter work weeks. Everybody's looking for more leisure. Well, I've already got mine, Daphne, baby.
You're hopeless. Work is what has made this country great. Hard, honest toil. What do you think this country would be like if everyone felt the way you do?
Heaps of fun.
Chatsworth gold.
Oh, Daphne, you're so tense about this thing. When you look at it rationally, my granddad's work made scads of money. Then Dad's work made scads more. Well, we've got enough scads now, don't you say?
You're not the kind of man I'm looking for.
Oh? What kind of man are you looking for?
Hi, Chatsworth.
Oh, hello, chap. Bully to see you. Goodbye. Look at it this way, old girl. In the social circles in which I travel, no offense, Gillis, baby, but why don't you just beg off?
Well, I'm supposed to meet Maynard here.
Oh, well, couldn't you find a more appropriate locale, like a second-hand rummage store?
Now, wait a minute, Chatsworth. Maynard and me have as much right here as you have. This is a public park, and we're all equal, you know.
Rather an amusing fiction, isn't it? Sure, chap, it's just a soupçon of mustard.
Soupçon?
Chatsworth, I've had it with you. I'm leaving.
My dear girl, no one has ever walked out on Chatsworth Osborne Jr.
In that case, Buster, history is being made right now. Flake off.
Oh, hush up, you low-born person.
Allow me.
Thank you.
Not at all.
You're very kind.
You're very beautiful and pink and white and round and soft and sweet.
You are cute.
You are the sun and the moon.
And you're very gallant.
And you're a vision of delight.
Do you have a name?
Dobie Gillis.
Daphne Root.
Ah, Daphne, I've been searching for you all my life.
And I for you, Dobie.
Little did I think my quest... You've been searching for me?
Why have I been searching for you? One might well ask.
One might well indeed, yes.
The answer is simple.
Mm-hmm.
First, you're a perfect gentleman.
True.
Second, you're cute.
True.
Third, you're obviously of solid moral character.
True.
Fourth, you're a worker.
True. True.
You're dressed in working clothes. Not in some outlandish Playboy's outfit like Chatsworth Osborne Jr.
Oh, well, that's true. Yeah.
What kind of work do you do?
I'm in the grocery line.
Oh, splendid. Don't you think work is divine?
Yeah, do you?
I do.
Uh-huh. You know what I think it is?
What?
Divine.
Me too.
Yeah.
Oh,
Daphne.
Dobie, consider the giants of our modern civilization. Ford, Carnegie, Rockefeller. What did these men have in common?
Money?
Oh, money is only a small part of it. What excites me is that they were workers, men of drive and ambition and soaring imagination. Vibrant, stimulating, fascinating men.
You're really ape for work, aren't you?
As what sensible person is not?
Yeah.
Oh, Dobie, you're on your way to that same lofty pinnacle, too, I can tell. Here you have a day off from school. Are you fritting away your time sleeping?
No.
Lolling about, indulging in time-wasting games? No. You're working, striving, moving ahead.
Yeah.
Oh, Dobie, you're the kind of man this country needs.
Daphne.
Dobie, it's so wonderful to be near a boy who's dynamic and forceful. Instead of some spineless, unsalvageable, ambitionless, wreck.
You rang? Like, hi, good buddy. Tennis anywhere?
Maynard G. Krebs, my fellow worker.
Worker?
Yeah, I see you finished stringing those rackets at the sporting goods shop where you work.
Work? Don't you got weak or something?
I'd be glad to help you deliver the rackets, but I'm still busy running errands for the grocery store where I'm gainfully employed.
Gainfully employed?
Yeah, gainfully employed means
work.
Work. Yeah.
Work!
Dobie, what's going on?
Oh, nothing, Dad.
Dobie, where is this grocery store?
Well?
I want to watch you at work.
Oh, yeah. Well, you see, can't get there from here.
Dobie, if you put your mind to it, you can get anywhere from anywhere. Now, where is this store?
It's my dad's place, and it's at 285 Norwood Street, Gillis's Grocery.
I'll be there this afternoon. And when I arrive, I expect to see a powerful human dynamo operating at full steam.
Like what now?
Like I'm in hot water.
Yeah, I heard of this stuff.
I may have to go to work.
Work?
Maynard! When Daphne gets to the store this afternoon, she's going to find me working. A human dynamo.
You are going to work in the store?
Yes, I am, and it's about time. I mean, Dad's not getting any younger, and if I can ease his declining years...
You're like a real human being.
Yeah. So are you, Maynard.
Thanks, good buddy.
Yeah.
Why?
Because you're going to help me.
Me? Huh?
Yeah,
Work in the store?
Now, Maynard, you're going to do it. Now, stop with it.
So this is work, huh?
Right.
You know, it ain't so tough.
Naturally, I'm doing it all.
Oh, you're okay in my book, good buddy.
Maynard, get to work.
Work?
Come back here. Look, start dusting. When Daphne gets here, we've got to look like we're getting a kick out of this.
I got like a better idea.
What?
Let's quit.
Quit?
Good thinking.
Maynard! Come back.
Well, I gotta?
You gotta.
Like why?
Because we're like friends.
Right now, I wish we was like enemies.
Maynard, I have just begun my campaign to win Daphne. And there's an old saying, quitters never win and winners never quit.
Quitters never win and winners never quit. Quitters never win and winners never quit. Must be a pretty old saying, man. It ain't got no beat.
No. But when Daphne walks in, she's going to think you and I are running the happiest store in town.
Well, here I am, ready to be shipped by the Gillis grocery store again.
Oh, hello, Mrs. Kinney.
I'm reporting this place to the police.
What? What? Police?
What service?
Huh?
What prices? What a way to
Kinney.
treat customers.
Mrs.
What a
Kinney.
time to like cut out.
Maynard!
And where's that sneaky father of yours? Where's that scoundrel hiding?
Oh, he went to a meeting over at the Legion Hall.
Ah, well, I can't lay my hands on him.
No.
The sniveling coward.
What did he do this time, Mrs. Kinney?
Did he like weigh the peaches without shaving the fuzz off first?
I ordered a dozen green apples.
Uh-huh.
And what did that thieving rascal send me?
What?
Red apples at green apple prices.
Mrs. Kinney, you got a bargain.
My councilman will hear about this.
Mrs. Kinney, the red apples are more expensive. You save 14 cents.
Jail is too good for you, Gillises.
All right, okay. I'll be glad to exchange them for you.
Watch it, Junior. Do you want to lose some fingers? I say 14 cents.
Yeah.
I tell you, they had to get up early in the morning to fool Blossom Kenny.
Yeah, you belong on Wall Street, Mrs. Kinney. Tell me, what can I do for you today, Mrs. Kinney?
I want this sirloin ground.
Oh, I can't do that, Mrs. Kinney. You didn't buy it from us.
Naturally. The market over on Grover Street sells it for 2 cents a pound cheaper.
Well, why didn't you have them grind it?
And stand in line for half an hour in that drafty place.
Maynard.
She's right. It's like spooky over there.
Maynard, that's... now...
Here, boy. Grind.
Oh, that's impossible, Mrs. Kinney.
Impossible, you ungrateful rascal. I'll tell your father the way you talk back to me. I'll tell your father the way you treated Blossom Kenny, the most loyal, the most devoted customer that ever walked inside this... Oh, you're a nice boy, Dobie. Not a bit like your father. Oh,
Crazy. Can I run a hot dog, huh? Please?
Yeah, I don't know, man.
I never ran one before. I was like underprivileged.
All right, Maynard, but be careful.
Man, the carefulness.
I'll need some sweet potatoes while I'm here.
Oh, this is your lucky day, Mrs. Kinney. We're running a special
You're
on
a
them.
nice boy.
And they're not green.
Or I'll strangle you with my bare hands.
But a crazy crazy pencil sharpeners.
Maynard!
I'm reporting this to the district attorney.
Oh, Mrs. Kinney, wait.
I've got friends in high places.
Please, Mrs. Kinney, it was an accident.
It happened to me all the time.
I'll turn this market into a bowling alley.
Daphne. Daphne?
Daphne?
Yeah.
Let me go, you awful boy.
Mrs. Kinney, take your choice of anything in the freezer.
The mayor will hear about this.
Yeah, take any cut of meat. It's on the house.
The governor will hear. Anything in the freezer?
Anything in the freezer, yes. Maynard, you're in charge.
Like me?
Like you.
Ooh, I'm like dead.
Putting it mildly, I'd say things weren't going exactly right. I mean, Daphne was coming through the door. Mrs. Kinney was in the freezer. And I was in the soup.
Dobie.
Hi, Daphne.
Hi, Maynard.
Like hi.
Let's go.
Go. I haven't even had time to see the store.
Oh, well, there's not much to see. Just an ordinary store.
37 cents.
Come on, we'll take a walk in the park.
Dobie, if you're working, how can you just walk out in the middle of the day?
Oh, good question. Yeah. Yeah, well, I can leave because I'm not working here anymore. I just quit.
You quit?
Yeah, this job didn't offer enough challenge to a man of my ability.
Where do you go from here?
From here?
The next job, the next rung upward on the ladder.
Oh, well, I thought I'd take my time and look around, you know, kind of run some ideas up the flagpole and see if anybody salutes them, and then in a few months...
Why, wait.
What?
Oh, my father could put you to work right away.
Your father? Work? Me?
Root Shoe Store, you've heard our motto. Put your feet in our hands.
I've heard it, yeah.
Our store's just up the street. You could start selling shoes tomorrow.
Me selling shoes?
Selling shoes is only a beginning.
Yeah.
From there, you'll work your way up. And up and up.
With shoes, that's the only way to go.
Daddy's looking for bright young men. Show them you can make good, and the first thing you know, you'll be a supervisor.
Yeah.
An assistant manager. Then manager.
Yeah.
Then a shoe tycoon like he is. In footwear circles, he's known as the king of the 798 composite sole.
Oh, me selling shoes?
I'll see you at 9 o'clock tomorrow morning at the store.
Yeah.
And after work, if you're as sensational as I know you can be, we'll go out and celebrate.
Oh.
Just the two of us.
Now you're talking.
Goodbye, my chairman of the board.
Farewell, my queen of hearts. Me selling shoes? Maynard, I've got work to do. You open it.
Oh, no, this is your store.
And you're my friend.
You're like my friend.
So?
So we'll go down on the sinking ship together.
Okay. I wonder if the Foreign Legion accepts 17-year-old enlistees.
Thank you, Dobie. I'm going to call the FBI. I'm going to call the city council. I'm going to call anyone.
Thank you, Mrs. Kinney. Thank you.
I guess your father. Thank you very much, Dobie.
Dobe, what's your father going to say when he finds all that stuff missing?
I know exactly what he's going to say. No, Maynard, my mind's made up. I'm due at the shoe store in 15 minutes, and that's the way it's going to be.
But a job, Dobe. Taking a job for a chick. That's like the ultimate supreme sacrifice.
Ultimate supreme...
I heard them words in a movie I saw the other night.
Oh.
Just before this joker takes off for the moon in a celluloid.
That's satellite, Maynard.
Yeah, satellite. Man, what a gasser of a movie. The monster that devoured Cleveland.
Maynard, you've got an entirely mixed-up idea about the importance of labor. Why, do you have any idea what the world would be without work?
Unemployed.
Now, listen. Every person, every animal has a certain job to do or everything would fall apart. Now, take beavers.
Oh, you
see,
mean the way they build them little wooden dams and like that?
That's right, Maynard. They keep rivers from overflowing.
Yeah, and bees.
Now,
they cart that pollen around and keep America green and golden.
Right, Maynard. Right.
Yeah. And
now,
horses.
Horses?
Yeah, they gallop around and keep the racetrack from coming up empty.
That's not what I mean.
Yeah, and butterflies. They keep them nature study cats from running around slapping their nets of hollow air. Yeah. And take bears. If they wasn't around to make rugs out of, babies have to get their pictures taken laying on that cold floor. Yeah. Or chickens.
Maynard.
Bacon
look.
just laying there for breakfast without no eggs to keep it company. Yeah. And pigs. Oh, eggs just laying there with no bacon to keep it company.
Maynard, enough.
And what about alligators? There was no alligators. Frankly, Dobe, you don't credit me for like digging these basic precepts.
Basic precepts?
Yeah, that was in the same movie, Final Supreme Sacrifice.
Oh, say, I've got to get over to the shoe store. My life as a worker is about to begin.
So long, good buddy. I'll always remember you.
Chatsworth, must you be so unsanitary this early in the morning?
Sorry, Mom.
No, your father had that same nasty habit. Another croquet ball, Fidelio. 4.
Oh, smashing shot, Moms. But be careful you don't break anything.
Oh, what difference does it make? Unless the ball travels more than 3.5 miles in any direction, whatever we break is ours. Look at like Uncle Henry's potting shed.
But you adore flowers.
Flowers indeed. He hasn't had a flower in there in 20 years.
Well, then what does Uncle Henry do in his potting shed?
He gets potted.
Well, I suppose every family must have a skeleton in the closet.
Oh, I don't mind him being in the closet. What I object to is when he goes down to the corner of 7th and Main and does the tango.
Not again.
We're the traffic cop. Now, come on, boy. Get yourself a mallet and let's whap a few here.
Not today, Moms. I've got to get downtown on business. Oh. Cheero.
Chatsworth, when you're in town...
Yes, Moms.
Don't mingle.
No.
Dobie, Daddy and I have been waiting for you.
Oh, I'm sorry, Daphne. The bus was late.
Never rely on mechanical transportation, young man. Use the feet. That's what they're for.
Oh, I do, sir. I wouldn't think of walking anywhere without him.
Daddy, this is Dobie Gillis.
Yes.
The boy I was telling you about.
Mm-hmm. How do you do, sir?
Well, the handshake is rather weak. I presume that your feet are in better condition.
Oh, they're tip-top. For feet, that is.
Yeah, so to work. Now, I won't pay you a salary, and the commission is small. But you've got a great opportunity to...
Hi-ho there, gang.
Chatsworth.
What are you doing here, Chatsworth?
Daphne, my dear, I could scarcely sleep last night for thinking of you. I mean, I just tossed and turned till just all hours in my expensive Louis XIV bed.
Sympathy isn't going to help, Chatsworth. I've told you, the only kind of a boy I can respect is one who's willing to pitch in and work.
Namely me.
But that's precisely why I'm here, my kitten. For you, I will work. It's a madcap idea, all right, but we Osborns are notorious daredevils.
Chatsworth, how marvelous of you.
Yes, isn't it, though?
Well, daughter, at last the money that I spent on braces so your teeth could come in straight is coming home to roost.
Oh, wait a minute. This isn't fair. I was here first.
Chatsworth is entitled to a chance, too.
In some circles, it's called sportsmanship, or didn't you know?
You I'm ignoring. Well, anyhow, we still have our date tonight.
Maybe yes and maybe no.
What did Daphne you promised?
Tonight, I'm going out with a boy who sells the most shoes.
Bully.
Oh, wait a minute.
What's the matter,
kind of
Gillis, baby? You afraid of a smidgen of competition?
Me afraid of you, Chatsworth Osborne Jr.? Ha! Bring on those customers.
Oh, ladies. Why, it's an honor to serve two such charming creatures. Will you have a seat, please? Aren't they lovely?
They're just what I wanted, but I can't afford to pay $12.98.
Could you afford, say, $8.98?
Well,
$6.98.
Oh.
Name your price.
$3.98?
Sold.
Oh, wonderful. I'll have another pair for my sister-in-law. You must lose money on every pair of shoes you sell.
Oh, true, but we're closed on Sundays.
About your divine bargains.
And you were so right. I'll take 4 pairs.
And I'll take a few more pairs for my other sister-in-law.
The more the merrier. We aim to please. Now, that'll be $3.98 a pair.
We'll buy a full dozen if you'll make it $3 even.
It's a deal. God, man, what a shrewd bargainer you are.
There comes a time in every fella's life when a little voice inside him yells, quit.
Quit?
Sure, why not?
Because you can't.
Oh, Maynard, what's the use? How can I beat Chatsworth when he keeps paying for the shoes out of his own pocket?
That's a crummy trick. Why don't you go tell the boss?
No.
How come?
Well, that's snitching, Maynard. I'm no stool pigeon.
Yeah. Hey, why don't you go tell Chatsworth's mother? She'd never let him work in a shoe store.
I just told you, I'm no stool pigeon.
Yeah.
Of course, if some good buddy went and told Chatsworth's mother, that'd be different, wouldn't it?
Sure, Dope. Then you wouldn't be a stool pigeon, would you?
That's right, Maynard. I mean, if some good buddy went and told Chatsworth's mother, then it wouldn't be me, would it?
Yeah, I wonder who I can get. Oh, let's see. Now, shh, quiet. I'm trying to think who I can get. Now, let's see. Who's your good buddy?
Oh.
Oh, drat. What in the world is that?
Like a fella.
Well, not very like. Fidelia, take this derelict around to the back door and have the cook give him a warm meal. You'll work, of course.
Work? Look, Mrs. Osborne, I didn't come for a meal. I came to tell you about Chatsworth.
Oh?
He's like your son.
I know who he is, you nasty fellow. What is it you want to tell me?
He's like in trouble.
Oh, that's impossible. School isn't in session.
He's like out of job.
Good heavens.
Like selling shoes.
Oh, how nasty.
Yeah, you ought to see him down there at Root's shoe store. Fitting and measuring and fitting
Oh,
and lacing.
I should be quite ill. Oh, Fidelia. Bring the car around to the west gate. Make it a fast one with a siren. You get around to the kitchen and have the cook give you a warm meal and some clothes.
Madam, can I...
Work! You nasty fool!
Yeah, it was like living through another San Francisco earthquake.
It was scary.
Yeah. Well, Daphne, I won, didn't I? Tonight you're going out with me.
With you?
Yeah, well, I did better on the job than Chatsworth. He willed it in the stretch.
Well, that's true. Dobie, you're not much of a salesman, but you do have stick-to-it.
Yeah, I'm one of the stickiest.
Daddy, do you really think Dobie has a future in the shoe business?
Definitely.
As a salesman?
On a higher level.
Oh, gee.
If I have my way, he'll climb right to the top.
Sorry I'm late, Daphne, but after I finished unpacking the crates and dusting the shelves, your father made me clean out the storeroom. I'm bushed.
You'll learn to take it in your stride. Now, where shall we go tonight?
Tonight? Go?
There's a dance at the Civic. Dobie.
I'll never look at another shoe again. Right, left.
Dobie. Dobie.
You know, working chaps are all right in the daytime, but at night, you just can't beat us playboys. Let's go. Night.
Daphne.
I want to explain.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I must have dozed off. Are you ready to go to the dance?
Well, to tell you the truth, Dobie, I don't feel much like dancing right now.
Really?
I'm a little tired. Aren't you?
Yeah, consider it. That's what you are, Daphne. Gee, you're the most understanding girl in the world.
You're very sweet, too, Dobie.
Yeah.
Well, good night.
Good night, Daphne.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde, is she tall, is she dark, is she small, is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde, is she tall, is she dark, is she small, is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, it's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
All my life I've been searching for a girl, the girl. I want her to be beautiful and soft and pink and creamy. But if she isn't so beautiful, I won't mind too much, just so long as she's kind to me. And if she isn't kind, that isn't too important either. In fact, I'll take her if she's ugly and sort of mean, just so long as she's a girl. But I haven't got one chance in a million to find a girl who's lovely.
Thank you.
And desirable.
Thank you.
And enchanting.
Thank you.
And strange.
I'll take back the thank you.
I only meant that you're a stranger in this neighborhood.
Oh, well, I just moved into town from Cleveland.
Oh, unfortunate, unhappy Cleveland. Fortunate, happy us.
You're charming.
You are poetry. I'm Dobie Gillis. May I be your slave?
Well, I'm Delphine Quimby. No.
Oh, please, Delphine.
Keep your distance, caveman.
Yes, my princess.
Dobie, are all the boys around here like you?
I think you can safely say that I'm one of a kind.
Well, I think you can safely say that the other boys are glad.
Oh, hello, Chatsworth. Keep in touch, Chatsworth.
Hello, Chap. Aren't you going to introduce me to your friend?
Which friend?
The delightful young creature you're trying to keep me from seeing.
Which delightful young creature I'm trying to keep you from seeing?
This
Chatsworth.
Hello there. I'm Chatsworth Osborne, Jr. Where have you been all my life?
Oh, boy, what a corny approach.
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, Chatsworth. I'm Delphine Quimby.
Corny, but effective. As one of this town's more eminent personalities, may I offer my assistance to our delightful newcomer?
Well, I do have to find the principal's office and register in school.
Well, I shall be pleased to escort you.
You now, just a minute, Chatsworth. Just a darn minute. I saw her first.
So?
So maybe she'd rather have me escort her to the principal's office.
I must admit you are better qualified.
Of course.
The poor chap spends half his life in the principal's office explaining his grade.
Chatsworth.
One more flunk and they're going to make him pay rent.
Never mind. Delphine, which of us do you want to go with?
So difficult to make a choice.
It certainly is. On the one hand, we have a debonair, sophisticated man of the world, and on the other, Dobie Gillis. Some choice.
Well,
I'll drive you there in my new convertible. It's imported, of course. Gillis, baby, what means of transportation do you intend to use?
Walking is wonderful exercise. It builds up the calves.
Oh, quite. And then later, my dear, we shall drop in at the malt shop where I have an unlimited charge account. Do you care to see my credit cards?
Credit card?
Gillis, baby, have you paid the 25 cents you owe, or are you still barred from the malt shop as a deadbeat? Come, my pet. On the way, we'll run the top of my convertible up and down. It's scads of fun.
bye, Dobie. I'm sorry.
She's sorry. What about me? I mean, the way I turned chicken, I could have been plucked and sold by the pound at some poultry market. But how do you fight a fella like Chatsworth Osborne, Jr.? He's smooth, and he has a fancy car, and all the money in the world, and the girls keep flocking around him. You know, the hateful type. What could I do to compete with him?
You can fight back in a good, clean, fair, red-blooded American way, like kicking his teeth in. That's what you can do. You are Herbert T. Gillis's son, and just as good as any man jack in that school. This is America, and every fellow in this country has got to get it through his head that he's just as good as every other fella. Don't let nobody shove you around. Don't let nobody scare you. Talk back when you got something to say. Speak up and pipe down, kids. Can't you see I'm talking? Why do you think I answered my country's call to duty back in 42 and pulled myself up by my bootstraps to be a first sergeant? With the Good Conduct Medal, I'll tell you why. So that every smart, clear-thinking kid, and boys like you too, Dobie, could boo the umpire and rub elbows with the rich millionaires from the big houses up on the hill and live like we've been living in this country ever since Christopher Columbus first set foot on Plymouth Rock. Quiet, Winnie. Right now, that all men are created equal stuff don't apply to women.
Dad, I appreciate your advice, but I haven't got a chance against Chatsworth Osborne Jr. He's too much competition.
What's wrong with a little honest competition?
Dobie, dear, would you want a girl that nobody else wanted?
Who would? But that's sure the dead-end street I'm headed for now.
Oh, nonsense. You're a fine boy, and you can compete on an equal footing with anybody for a girl or a job or anything you want from this world.
Right. A good fight is healthy for you. It's like getting on a bus, see? Everybody gets on together, men, women, and children, and then they see a vacant seat, and they all race for it on equal terms. That's the democratic way.
It may come as a shock to you, but when your father was courting me, he faced quite a bit of competition.
I sure did. And I won.
Honest?
What difference does that make? I won. Oh, I got a little sneaky once in a while, like the night I drained the gas tank on Fred Klaus's Rio when he was going to take your mother to the box social, and I just happened to drive by in my Essex.
Why, Herbert, you devil.
Yeah, wasn't I? Oh, mostly it was Marquis of Queensboro rules, son. But when I saw something I wanted, I went out and grabbed it. And that Fred Klaus weighed 250 pounds and came from a mean family.
Dad, you're right. I'm going to fight for the girl of my dreams. I'll be a chip off the old block.
Attaboy, young chip. And remember, you can always come to me when you think you need advice from the old block's head.
It's a comfort to learn that parents serve some purpose in life, however small.
He's a nice boy.
Well, you get used to him.
Gillis Groceries. Oh, hello, Emily.
The back fence broadcasting system.
Fine. What's new, Emily? George Crute is getting a promotion.
Oh, good old George, whoever he is.
But his wife caught him coming into the house at 2 o'clock this morning.
Poor old George.
George got a terrible bawling out, and a new grocery store's opening up on Frisbee Street.
Poor old George.
And a new grocery store's opening up on Frisbee Street.
It's called Quimby's, and it's opening on Friday.
Why, there's hardly enough business in this neighborhood for one grocery store. Poor house, here we come.
Oh, Mrs. Frobish's baby is having the colic for the 3rd day in a row.
Drop Mrs. Frobish's baby. Where's dear old Neil?
Calm down, Herbert.
Calm down, Herbert. For 14 years, I've been sweating and slaving in this store, getting up every morning at 5 o'clock in the a.m. Ooh, striving and wheedling and trying to scrounge a few extra miserable bucks out of the tightwads that live in this neighborhood. And now here we are, ready to lose everything, and all you can think of to say is, calm down, Herbert, calm down.
Well, then I have another suggestion.
What?
Get excited.
Now listen, if nonsense. Okay, but I got a right to get excited. Why, that new grocery store's gonna steal the customers right out of our mouths.
Well, you said yourself that competition is healthy.
For other people, not for me.
Now, look, Herbert, I'm worried about this, too, but if this Quimby store is here, it's here. You can't yell it out of existence.
I can try.
I have a better idea.
What?
Why don't you go over to Quimby and welcome him and get a look at the prices that he's planning to charge, and don't let him know who you are.
If you think I'm going to go traipsing over to that broken arm, no, that's a pretty shrewd, underhanded idea, Winnie.
Well, I'm a pretty shrewd, underhanded character.
I wish I was a shrewd and underhanded character. But I'm open and honest and full of love. Love for Delphine Quimby. Ah, Delphine. When I think of her, I feel strong and sure. No longer am I tossed about willy-nilly like an aimless, drifting piece of wreckage.
You rang?
Oh, hello, Maynard.
Hey, Dove, you're kind of hot and bothered. You got like a fever or something?
Oh, no, Maynard, no. I'm in love. And love has made my whole inner being warm and glowing.
Man, why waste all the heat on a chick when you could, like, put it to good use and burn down the school?
No, Maynard, you don't understand. I like feeling warm inside. The only trouble is Chatsworth Osborne Jr.'s after this girl, too.
That's square.
Yeah. I just wish I could show Delphine that he's not as good as he says he is.
Yeah. Hey, I happen to know he likes cheats on his schoolwork. He does?
How?
He likes studies.
Thanks, Maynard. Thanks. You've been very helpful.
I owe it to you. You're like my good buddy.
Yeah. I got Delphine's address from the principal's office. I'm going over to her house now and give Chatsworth a real fight. It's the law of the jungle.
Yeah, I heard about that. The survival of the fattest.
Yeah. That's fittest.
Yeah, fittest.
Yeah. You see, Maynard, in this world there are the haves and the have-nots. And the have-nots must fight to get what they want from the haves.
Yeah, like two dogs barking and growling over the same bone.
Yeah, that's good, Maynard. You see?
Or a couple of squirrels coursing tails over the same nut.
Right.
Yeah,
Now,
or two robin redbreasts batting wings over one dinky little nest.
Yeah.
Take owls.
Owls?
There's only room in them branches for one owl to sit around mumbling, hoot, hoot. But that don't stop.
Maynard,
No,
no,
sir.
no.
They keep hooting until one of them winds up the champion hooter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now-
Or ducks.
Maynard.
Look how they fly in them V-shaped formations.
Yeah.
Only one little wacky leader can be out in front leading the bunch.
Maynard.
But they flap around and quack at each other till they pick a duck leader.
Maynard, enough!
How about tuna fish?
I gotta get over to Delphine's.
Yeah, I think I'll go along with you. Maybe she'd like to hear about the tuna fish.
Oh, yeah, this is it, Quimby's. I guess Delphine's father runs the store.
Man, what a lucky cat. Finding a pet with his name already painted on the door.
That's right, Maynard. How do you do, sir?
Like hi, sir.
I'm sorry, boys. The store isn't open yet.
Sure it is. We just came through the door.
No. I mean it isn't open for business.
Well, that's all right. We never have enough loot to, like, buy anything anyway.
Maynard.
You live in this neighborhood, boy?
I like to be near my family.
Are they all like you?
Yes, sir. Except my mother. She's, like, shorter.
Maybe I was a little too hasty when I moved away from Cleveland.
Yes, sir. I just came in to see Delphine. I'm Dobie Gillis.
Well, hello. I'm Delphine's father.
How do you do, sir?
I'm Maynard G. Krebs, and my father's much like me either. He's like left-handed.
Gillis. You live around here, too?
Yes, sir. My dad owns Gillis's Grocery over on Norwood Street.
Oh.
What kind of a store are you opening?
Open your eyes, man. You're like selling boxes.
What?
You're selling boxes. Oh, you've got it up here, boy.
Hi, Dobie.
Oh, hi, Delphine. This is my friend Maynard G. Krebs.
How do you do, Maynard?
Like hi.
Maynard's just leaving.
I am?
Yes, Maynard. Delphine and I have a very important matter to discuss.
We do?
You bet we do. Chatsworth Osborne Jr. may have won the first round this afternoon, but I have only begun to fight.
Yay, good buddy!
Maynard, you are leaving.
Oh, just when things starting to swing. Do I, like, have to?
You like have to, like so long.
Like likewise.
Delphine, my great tawny animal. We live by the law of the jungle. Now that I've found you, competition will only spur me on to greater efforts.
Like hi, Mr. Gillis.
That cookie, you didn't by any chance buy it at Quimby's grocery store, did you?
Oh, no, sir. I'm always like too chapped to buy anything, so I always shop at your place. Quimby's grocery store?
Yeah, I'm on my way over there right now to find out what that crook is up to.
Like, stop, Mr. Gillis. Don't go there. Let go of me. Oh, Mr. Gillis. It's like dangerous in that neighborhood, Mr. Gillis. They're expecting like a typhoon or a hurricane or an earthquake or maybe both.
Maynard, they ought to declare your head a disaster area.
Oh, Dobie, I'm so glad I found you. I could never be interested in a boy as conceited as that Chatsworth Osborne Jr.
Yeah.
Here, let me help you. Oh. There, that's a lover's knot.
Oh, really? Delphine, you're as smart on the inside as you are beautiful on the outside.
Oh, boys like him are so shallow and self-satisfied.
Yeah.
Would you help me with this breakfast food card?
I am at your command, my soft pink angel.
I mean, I've had enough of those shiftless playboys in Cleveland.
Yeah.
I mean, when a girl reaches 17 and becomes mature, she prefers the more modest, sincere type.
Yeah.
And now the ketchup bottles.
Of course. Delphine, I don't like to brag, but I have a reputation of being one of the truly modest, sincere types of the North American continent.
I knew that the moment I saw you, Dobie.
Yeah. Here, let me stack these crackers for you, my sweet. You see, crackers? Ketchup, breakfast food. Delphine, what kind of a store is it? No, don't tell me.
What's the matter with you? It's a grocery store.
I asked you not to tell me.
Dobie, what's the matter with you? You're acting very strangely.
I've devoted a lifetime to avoiding at my father's store, and here it just snuck up on me.
Dobie!
My father will murder me. I gotta get out of here. Maynard, will you please get out of the way?
Your father.
Maynard, whatever you're trying to tell me, it can wait.
He can wait now.
How do you do? I'm one of your new neighborly neighbors in the neighborhood.
Oh, how do you do, sir? We don't open the store till Friday.
Well, that's all right. I just dropped in to look around.
I'll be my guest.
How much do you have to pay a kid like that to work here?
Oh, we don't pay him anything.
Wouldn't that frost you? I raise my own help, and I don't get that kind of a break.
How does the store look to you, sir?
Oh, okay. Say, how much you getting for this soap here?
Which soap?
This one.
Oh, that brand is selling for 38 cents a box.
38 cents a box, but you could charge 45 and get rid of every box in the store.
45 cents? Isn't that a little overpriced?
Well, the grocer over on the next street's charging 50.
Gillis?
Of course, he is such a beloved figure in the neighborhood that the customers just pay him anything he asks. However, if you were to show him a bargain, who can tell?
Well, I don't know. If my customers should find me charging such exorbitant prices, they might walk out of here and never come back again.
Try it. I'm only suggesting it for your own good.
Thank you, sir. You are a fine citizen.
And a veteran. How much you getting for these peaches?
21 cents a can.
Gillis is getting 30.
No.
Yes, why, you could charge 28 for these and clean up.
Well, thank you very much, Mr.
Dobbs, Fred C. Dobbs, yes.
You've been a big help.
Oh, that's okay. I don't mind helping out when just... Dobbs is the name, Fred C. Dobbs. I'm just a civic-minded citizen checking on business conditions in the neighborhood.
Oh, yes, sir, I understand, Mr.
Dobbs, Fred C. Dobbs. I'm in plumbing.
Do you have any more suggestions, Mr. Dobbs?
Yeah, charge $1.98 for a liver, and your customers will never stop talking about you.
But everybody else gets $1.25.
Gillis is getting $3. Goodbye, Mr. Quimby, and good luck.
Thank you very much, Mr. Gillis.
Afternoon, Ma. Oh. Charming. Does it have a name?
Yes. It's called Untitled.
Fascinating. Well, what does it represent?
How do I know? It's called Untitled.
Of course.
Chatsworth, painting is beginning to mean a great deal to me.
I quite understand, Mater.
It's an emotional release. It gives me the opportunity to express myself. It gives me the chance to forget you and the memory of your father, God rest him.
Moms, I'm devoted to you.
Oh, devoted but nasty. You're an Osborne. The older you get, the nastier you are.
Well, the curse of aristocracy.
Oh, your great-grandfather, Phineas Osborne III, lived to be 94. You know what he died of?
What, pray tell?
Nastiness. Fuchsia.
Mums, I need your help.
Naturally. What is it this time?
I'm about to lose a young lady to a grocer's son.
Oh, how degrading.
You must help me win her back, or I shall lie down on the floor and hold my breath until I turn purple.
That's an excellent idea. That's the way your father won me.
But, Mums, you've got to help me.
Chatsworth, I will not.
Very well. I'll do it myself. Fidelio?
Oh, here's an Osborne. Whatever he does, I know it'll be nice.
Dobie, I think you better leave before Daddy gets mad.
Here I might be in trouble. At home, I'm sure of it. My father's temper's not exactly.
Chatsworth.
I thought you were through with him.
I am.
That, my proud beauty, remains to be seen.
Now, wait a minute, Chatsworth.
Oh, back, peasant.
Back,
Mr.
peasant.
Quimby.
Yes, sir?
I am Chatsworth Osborne, Jr. What does that name mean to you?
The 300-acre estate on the top of the hill. 28 rooms, 8 bathrooms, surrounded by a 16-foot fence.
With broken glass embedded in the top. Yes, you've heard of it.
I most certainly have. Is there anything I can do for you, sir? Anything at all?
There is. Can you fill this order?
Oh, I'm sure I can. Caviar, 10 pounds.
Imported.
Anchovies.
The finest.
Italian cheeses, Polish hams, pheasants.
Plump.
Do you realize this order must be worth at least $200?
Naturally, we do not entertain the beer and Skittles set.
Well, I can run right down to the warehouse and have this order filled for you immediately, Mr. Osborne. Sir.
Excellent. And we will bring you a similar order at least once a week, more often when the crowd returns from the Bermuda yacht races.
Thank you. Do you hear that, Delphine? We're on our way. We'll be rich and prosperous. New fur coats for your mother. A trip to Florida.
Quiet. Mr. Quimby, there is one small condition attached to these profitable orders we intend to place with you.
Anything, sir. Anything at all.
I would like a date with your daughter.
Sure thing, my boy. Delphine, I want you to take the rest of the day off from work. I want you to go out with this charming young man.
I will not.
She will not.
Who asked you?
Delphine is not to be bought and sold.
I'm not a chattel.
No.
Upstairs, chattel, and put on your new dress.
No, Daddy.
When I told you I'd throw you out of the house if I ever caught you wearing again.
Rather amusing contest of will.
Mr. Quimby, I'm shocked that you would treat your daughter in such a way.
Oh, pipe down.
Never. This is America, and every man, and that means boys too, has a right to fight for the woman of his choice on equal terms.
Oh, has Chatsworth been upsetting the working classes again? Oh, that nasty boy.
Mrs. Osborne, what Chatsworth is doing is horrible and, well, un-American.
Horrible, yes. Un-American, no. Why, our ancestors were here months before those Johnny-come-lately pilgrims.
That's just the point. They came over here and fought for freedom. Take this ancestor. Obviously a fine, upstanding soldier of the Revolutionary War.
He rowed the boat for Benedict Arnold.
Well, look at this wonderful face. A rugged Indian fighter.
That was Geronimo Osborne.
Geronimo Osborne?
He joined the Apache tribe. Wyatt Earp had to shoot him.
I'll bet this little old lady did plenty to make you proud of her.
She worked for Betsy Ross. She kept trying to change the color of the flag to black and orange. They finally got her for counterfeiting. Moll Osborne, they called her. Oh, she was a mess.
I'm sorry, Mrs. Osborne. I didn't mean to drag out all the family black sheep.
But you have, haven't you?
Yes, I have, yeah.
Well, but your point is well taken.
It is?
Yes, where but in America would our beastly relatives have had the freedom to behave as abominably as they did?
True.
Gillis, Chatsworth needs a kick in the ancestors. What would it take for you to compete with him on equal terms?
Money.
In other words, would a substantial grocery order each week serve the purpose?
Would it? Dad'd have to pay me a salary to help fill it, and I'd be able to take Delphine out.
So be it. Then I shall divide my groceries equally between Quimby and Gillis.
Oh, thank you, Mrs. Osborne. You're a real human being.
Yes. Now, this is Oliver Osborne at Bunker Hill. He wasn't there long enough to see the whites of their eyes.
And 6 pounds of imported dates.
I'll go out in the storeroom and unpack them. I gotta hand it to you, boys. Since we've been getting these Osborne orders, we're in top financial shape.
Yeah.
Even with the 50 cents an hour I'm paying.
Yeah, 75 cents an hour.
75, now listen.
75 cents an hour, Herbert. I heard you promise.
Okay, Benedict Arnold.
A friend of the Osbornes.
Hi, Dobie. Mrs. Gillis. Hello, dear.
Hi, Delphine. Gee, Delphine, I'm sorry about the dance tonight, but we've got to get Mrs. Osborne's orders filled.
Oh, that's all right. I understand. I just dropped by to tell you how proud I am that you're helping your father like this.
Yeah. Well, it's partly loyalty and mostly the money he's paying me. But it's for us, my sweet, even though it's keeping us apart right now.
I say, come on, Delphine, baby.
You're going to the dance with him?
Well, I wanted to go with you, Dobie, but you're so busy working tonight. Well, what could I do?
Ta-ta, chap. Happy packing.
Mom?
What, dear?
I gotta kill that boy. I just got it.
Papa. Hey, good buddy.
Oh, hi, Maynard.
Hey, let's say we ankle it down to the malt shop.
No, I can't, Maynard. I'm working. I'm filling this order for Mrs. Osborne.
Dobe, you've changed.
Well, maybe it's a good thing. Maybe you ought to try it, too. Here, put on an apron and come to work.
Oh, no. You've already changed. Now, if I change and you've changed, how are we going to know who we are?
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream one at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, she's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
My friend Maynard G. Krebs is a truly beautiful human being. On the inside, I mean. Now, on the outside, well... Maynard, everybody's watching. Chatsworth in a Western, you'd root for the Indians. Dizzy Gillespie.
Where? Ah, Sleeping Beauty has returned to the land of the living.
Like, hi, where's everybody been?
Ever since I've been a teacher, lo, these many years, I've learned to expect a certain deficiency of communication between pupil and instructor. I've experienced this unhappy state of affairs in varying degrees, sometimes small, often considerable. But never, Mr. Krebs, never until you registered in this class has this lack of communication reached absolute perfection. And for this, I owe you thanks.
Oh, it was like nothing.
I know, but thanks anyway. For the bleak present, shall we all turn to page 281 of this week? Since I am too young to retire, and thanks to you now too shaky to be drafted, I shall see you all tomorrow at the same time. On your mark, get set, dismiss. Oh, Mr. Osborne. Yes. I want to congratulate you on your excellent term paper.
Yes, it was rather smashing, wasn't it?
Especially the subject matter. The care and preservation of family fortunes accrued before the outrageous tax boost of 1889.
Fascinating,
Isn't the word fascinating?
You know, taxation of the aristocracy is the bugaboo of my social circle.
And the square circle.
Yeah. Mr. Milfloss, I know we have entered the era of the common man, but this is ridiculous.
Please, I have enough fighting when my wife starts in on me for not going into air conditioning.
Mr. Milfloss, I must inform you that I shall not be attending class next week. I shall be in Bermuda.
In the middle of the semester?
Well, of course. It's the yacht racing season.
Oh, forgive me. I have raced a yacht and, must be days.
Days. You see, in the interscholastic Blue Water Trophy sale.
Interscholastic
Blue Water Trophy sale, yes. Our school colors will fly from the mast of my speedy 51-foot sloop. And I shall strive my utmost for good old Central High. Ship ahoy, mateys.
Boy, what a creep. The creepiest. I mean, a boy like Chatsworth Osborne Jr. is bound to be different.
Yeah.
Remember, he was born with a silver spoon in his mouth.
Ooh, no wonder he talks like funny.
Please, Maynard. The teachers' union says that during recess, I am entitled to 8 carefree, relaxed minutes during which I am to think happy thoughts.
Yeah, well, we're sorry to bother you, Mr. Milfloss, but this is important. Maynard has a problem.
Now, how can I help you, Maynard?
Come on, Dobe. We gotta, like, make tracks.
No, Maynard, no. You have a problem. You can't run away from it.
I'm not trying to run away from it. I just wish it had run away from me.
Maynard.
Now, this sounds serious.
It is, Mr. Milfloss. It's a question of Maynard's whole future.
Well, that's a question in itself.
What's to become of it?
You mean whither is he drifting?
Yeah.
Yeah, like whither?
I don't quite understand. This has been Maynard's problem for... How old are you, Maynard?
Like 18.
Whither is he drifting has been Maynard's problem for 18 years. Why the sudden panic?
Well, yesterday when he got a -2 on
-2?
Yeah, on his history exam, we decided it was time for action.
Yeah, I, like, answered 2 questions wrong the teacher didn't even ask.
Yeah.
Whither am I drifting?
Well, Maynard. Mr. Milfloss, you're a nice man.
Thank you.
And smart, too.
Thank you.
For a teacher. I mean, somebody has to save Maynard, and we picked you.
Well, those are the breaks.
Look, Mr. Milfloss, Maynard isn't hopeless. He has a friendly personality.
True.
And an upright moral character.
True.
And a good head on his shoulders. No kidding, Mr. Milfloss. Maynard would really amount to something if we could ever get him moving in the right direction. But he keeps going around in circles.
Yeah, I'm like dizzy.
Yeah.
Maynard, your problem is not unique. Many young men these days find themselves in your shoes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
In the same situation. They lack a goal in life.
Maynard, what Mr. Milfloss means is, does anybody depend on you?
I got like 4 goldfish.
Do any people depend on you?
Yeah.
Dobie? No, I kind of like depend on him.
Yeah.
Anybody else?
Like nobody.
You take it from me, Maynard. If somebody depended on you, counted on you, looked up to you, you'd soon find that your life would take on purpose and direction.
I gotta get some more goldfish.
No, what you need is a girl.
A girl?
Sure, Maynard, it happens to everybody.
Oh, no, I'm scared of chicks, Dobe.
Oh, now
In the
that's
movies,
silly.
they eat all my popcorn. They run ahead of me through doors. And in the girls' gym, they giggle about me.
Don't worry, Maynard. Someday you'll find a girl who really needs you, and then you'll forget all about your little problems.
Yeah.
Where am I gonna find a chick that, like, needs me? I mean, don't it have to be somebody I'm better than?
Well, all right, so Maynard needs somebody who needs him. But who? Or what? And why? Nope, it's a sad but true question. Who needs him?
Like, who needs me?
Maynard, stop running yourself down.
Name like one person who needs me. Well?
Just a minute, I'm thinking.
See? I'm like lost. Doomed.
You've always got me.
Yeah, I'm like lost. Doomed.
Thanks a lump.
No, good buddy. I just meant that you don't need me. If I was to flake off someplace, you'd keep swinging and never even know it was gone. I'm like lost. Doomed.
Maynard, cut that out. Of course I'd miss you if you went away. I depend on you to talk to and...
Dobe, clue me on how much you missed me if I wasn't here. Dobe.
Daddy? My name's Dobie Gillis. You're a vision of loveliness.
Pardon, mais je ne comprends rien.
Huh?
Est-ce qu'il n'y a personne qui parle français? Il me faut aller au bureau du principal.
Oh, German girl, huh?
Aidez-moi, s'il vous plaît. Je suis étrangère ici et il me faut aller au bureau du principal immédiatement.
Oh, I got it. You're French. Yeah, mademoiselle.
Ah, tu parles français?
No.
Mais c'est
Wait a
magnifique,
minute.
c'est
No,
super.
see, me, Americano. What are you looking for? Looking, you know? Where are you going? Go. Can I help you? Just say, what did I say? I'm only trying to talk to you. You don't speak very good English, do you?
Dobe, quit your yammering at the poor chick. Here.
Oh, merci, mon cher protecteur.
It's okay. You're giving her the willies.
Celui qui a commencé, il me dit que je dois
Anytime.
aller.
Wait a minute. You speak French?
French, I don't even speak English.
Then how do you know what she's saying?
I don't know, Pops. It's kind of like dig what she says. It's got a beat.
Oh, man.
It's all right, immigrant girl. Dobie didn't mean to scare you.
Oh, merci.
Oh, Maynard G. Krebs. I'll dig you later, good buddy. You stick with me.
Il n'y a pas moyen de la comprendre. Oh, mon archi crème.
Yeah, come on.
How do you figure it? I mean, here was this lovely creature who was so Parisienne that she made Maurice Chevalier look like he came from Cleveland. And she was talking up a storm to Maynard, who has trouble reading a label on a bottle of French dressing. I mean, it was spooky. But they sure seemed to understand each other. And for a while, it was the best thing that ever happened to Maynard. I help you, mademoiselle?
Je ne comprends pas, monsieur. Je ne comprends pas de tout ce que vous dites.
Would you like a seat? Huh?
Écoute, vous voulez pas m'aider? Je suis si malheureuse parce que je n'arrive pas à comprendre l'américain.
Never fear. Maynard's here.
Vous voyez, mon père m'a demandé de venir ici, mais je ne comprends personne. Oh, Maynard G. Krebs, tu es magnifique, si gentil.
Yeah, likewise.
Maynard, stop holding out on me.
Who is she? Her handle's Francois Desjardins, and her parents in some place called Paris. In France, I think. She's gonna go to school for a couple of months while her father finishes up some kind of business.
Maynard, that's amazing.
You're not bad for a cat that flunked French 4 times.
You flunked French 4 times?
Yeah, but I cheated.
No, Maynard.
Yeah.
Maynard
Cool it, Francois chick. I got you covered.
Well, good morning.
Yeah.
Shall we all turn to page 281? Oh, a newcomer.
Mr. Milfoss, sir.
Please, Mr. Krebs, I'll talk to the young lady. Have you filled out your registration papers, miss?
Mr. Milfoss likes...
Down, boy, down.
Pourquoi parlez-vous comme ça, mon cher Maynard G. Krebs? Vous êtes un mauvais homme, pas sympathique. Vraiment, alors vous êtes le plus gentil de vos élèves ici.
Mr. Krebs,
et vous le traitez comme un étranger. Et qu'est-ce que c'est que ces manières? Cet homme, il est pourtant bien gentil avec moi. Vous êtes un drôle de professeur, voilà.
That crepe Suze, that's too hot for me to handle.
Cher?
Yeah. Sit.
Sit?
Pencil.
Pencil?
Yeah. Like paper.
Paper?
Yeah. Mr. Milfoss, we're like ready.
Maybe a long time before I am.
He's like a teacher.
Teacher?
Mr. Milfoss?
Yes, Mr. Gillis?
This is Maynard G. Krebs. He's like a friend of mine.
I'm so happy for you both.
Maynard was on clouds 9 through 109 inclusive. He'd finally found somebody who needed him, and it was turning him into a man. It was beautiful.
The back part of the hole.
Frère Jacques, dormez-vous, dormez-vous.
Oh, mais c'est très bien, c'est très très bien.
Now you do the one I taught you in English. Yeah, like cool.
What Mr. Milfoss said really came true. Now that Maynard had somebody who needed him and looked up to him, he knew whither he was drifting. Right away, his grades started to get better. They were rapidly rising to a D average. And then, disaster.
Hi-ho, gang. Home is the sailor, home from the sea. Hello, Mr. Milfoss.
Welcome home, Mr. Osborne. How did you make out at the yacht race?
2 firsts and a second.
Oh, congratulations.
Here, our school colors. They flew from the mast of my speedy
51-foot sloop.
I would have had a clean sweep except for some beastly trouble with the lightning foretop jibsail.
Those lightning foretop jibsails will get you every time.
Well, what have we here?
Oh, je m'assieds ici parce qu'on m'a dit que c'est une chaise inoccupée.
Hoist your bilge pump and vague off, Chatsworth. You don't like dig your lingo.
Oh, not your lingo, perhaps, mon enfant. But Mumsy and I have not been wintering in the Riviera just for the pâté de foie gras, you know. Mademoiselle, c'est un grand plaisir de vous bienvenir à notre pays et à notre école. Your hand. Je m'appelle Chatsworth Osborne Feast. Chatsworth Osborne Feast. It means Chatsworth Osborne the son, or in your vernacular, Junior.
Oh, well, sure, everybody knows that.
May we? We may.
All right, my young multilinguals. Class dismissed.
Comment drôle, ces Américains, n'est-ce pas?
Vous parlez comme un vrai Parisien, monsieur Osborne Fils.
On m'appelle Chatsworth, ma chère.
Je m'appelle Françoise.
Françoise Desjardins.
Oh, non, Maynard. La grande quelqu'un qui me comprenne. Par exemple, est-ce que vous connaissez le
Maynard.
professeur
What?
c'est ce qu'il est difficile?
François.
Aussi,
There you
est-ce que vous
go,
connaissez
Gillis,
Ménard?
baby.
Est-ce
Maynard.
que vous connaissez Ménard? Est-ce que vous êtes
Ménard? Oh, bien sûr, bien sûr.
Françoise Desjardins. Aussi que je l'aimais parce qu'elle était...
Doomed. Lost.
Maynard, stop dramatizing. She's only a girl.
Only a girl? The only girl I ever liked look on like a girl. I'm lost. Doomed.
This really hit you, didn't it?
Right in the heart.
Here, Maynard. That's okay. Maynard, you're not going to lose, Francois.
That Chatsworth Osborne thief.
She went for you once.
Yeah, only the old feast barreled him. But Jim, she can like talk.
You talked to her.
No, we like Doug. We didn't like talk.
Well, that proves your two hearts beating as one. Maynard, love can overcome any obstacle.
Not all them parley-voos and silver plates.
Yeah, leap over the language barrier. Appeal to her as a man.
Me? Dobe, you gotta be Josh.
No, Maynard, we're gonna give you a complete overhaul. You're as good as Chatsworth any day. First, some new clothes.
What's wrong with these?
This might be tougher than I thought.
Good buddy. Do I like it to sell my platters in hi-fi gear?
You like have to if you're gonna have any money.
But it's like losing my right arm with my beard.
Maynard, no money, no clothes. No clothes, no Francois.
No argument.
No.
Hey, hi, Maynard.
Like, hi, Riff. You know my good buddy, Dobie.
Hi, Riff.
Yeah, I saw him walk by a Dizzy Gillespie album and went out bowing. Hey, you got some loot? You coming in for some free spinning?
I came in to sell my platters in hi-fi.
Oh, Pops, you been, like, drafted?
No, it's like a chick.
That's worse. I take it she got tipped you tapped out, true?
She ain't been broken in yet.
What would you do if she was a Lawrence Welk record?
Drop her.
Now stay out of this, Riff. She's Maynard's girl.
Would you tell us how long to wait in the bus?
There are more important things in life than jazz.
Oh, man, like, ain't he been reported to some committee?
Don't be rough, Riff. He ain't had our advantages.
Maynard, hurry up and sell this stuff. This place gives me the creeps.
Like Vice and like Versa.
How much you gonna throw me for the whole heap? I got some sounds in there that are so progressive, nobody understands them. And man, that preamp, it really shakes.
Man, I'm gonna do you like a favor.
Yeah, like how much?
Like nothing.
Like nothing.
Like zero.
Man, you're like putting me on.
No, I'm like doing it for your own good. You're gonna toss all this down the drain for like a 5'2" eyes of blue?
I'm like ape over.
Look, you're a swinging protest cat. And I protest if you quit protesting.
But I like gotta quit.
Man, you're like flipping.
Look, stay out of this, Riff. You're running a record shop, not a Lonely Hearts Club.
Why don't you go find out if Dr. Schweitzer will make a house call?
Now, that's silly.
Oh, you're in trouble, brother. He's an advanced case.
Look, Maynard, either sell the stuff or let's get out of here.
Yeah, buy it, Daddy-O. I'd hate to sell it to a stranger. You know, one of them.
You're like losing me, man.
I'll be like back.
They never come back. Like, farewell, Maynard. What do you got?
I got 5 Thelonious Monk albums.
Thelonious Monk? That's like the kid selling Lassie.
2 Miles Davis, 2 Cal Jaded, 2 Ahmed Jamal.
Hold it. What's this doing in there? Sal Mineo recites Alice in Wonderland?
One of my mother's.
Your mother? It took a lot of weeping and wailing, but Maynard finally sold his records and got enough money to buy a new sport jacket and a shirt. But that was only the preliminary. The main event was still to come, and Maynard was going to get hit right where it hurts.
Shave off my beard?
You gotta do it, Maynard. Show Francois that you've really become a gentleman.
Shave off my beard?
It's a symbol of the kind of life you're leaving behind.
Shave off my beard?
All right. Forget about it. Run around for the rest of your life looking like a
slob.
I was gonna say eccentric. However.
You're right, Dobie. I'm a slob. I gotta do it.
Oh, you won't be sorry, Maynard. It'll change your whole way of living. They'll call you that clear-eyed, clean-cut Maynard G. Krebs.
Yeah.
You won't be an outsider. You'll belong.
Shave off my beard?
Shave off his beard? Oh, sure. Yeah, bring him over in a half hour. Okay. Maynard Krebs. They want me to shave off his beard.
Maynard Krebs? I gotta tell my kid. This is like seeing Haley's Comet.
Now relax, Maynard. Everything will be fine.
Dobe, I'm scared.
Now, Mr. Sneed is a very experienced barber. Aren't you, Mr. Sneed?
Why, in 22 years, I haven't lost a patient yet.
You hear that, Maynard? Pretty funny, huh?
Good buddy, I want like out.
Maynard, now there's nothing to worry about. I'll be right here next to you.
Promise?
I promise. Maynard. Maynard, I'm right here.
Gee, I feel like Benedict Arnold.
It's for his own good. Shave him already. That's not burning him, is it?
Oh, no. Thank goodness he just fainted. Now for the unveiling.
Job?
Yeah?
Is that me?
That's you.
Ooh, I'm like beautiful.
Like, hi, Mr. Milkboss.
Hi, Mr. Milkboss.
Like who?
It's me, Maynard.
You're kidding.
No, sir. It's him, all right.
Ah, mademoiselle.
Maynard, c'est toi?
Maynard G. Krebs. For you, ma chère Francois. Kind of tough to do with sneakers.
Qu'est-ce qu'il fait, lui, là?
Francois, you dropped your flowers. Francois, you dropped your...
Dites-moi, quand vous étiez à Paris,
I'll
où
pick them up
êtes-vous
for you,
resté?
Francois.
À l'hôtel moderne sur la place de la République.
Here's your flowers,
Oh,
Francois.
mon hôtel favori est sur la place de la
François.
Concorde. Oh, mon
Vous
hôtel
connaissez?
favori, moi, il est sur la place de la Concorde. Mais je connais votre hôtel aussi, je suis
You don't want my
très
flowers.
Je connais cet hôtel-là.
I got no girl.
Petit
I got no beard.
pour les étudiants.
Oui, c'est ça. Moi, quand vous étiez ici à Paris,
Maynard.
je connais-
Maynard. Francois.
Je l'ai pas dit.
Maynard.
Vous savez-
Maynard, can you get along without us, Mr. Milfoss?
I'd certainly like to try.
I'm like lost. Doomed. Doomed. Lost.
Maynard, we're not going through that again.
She like hates me. She looked right through me like I was indivisible.
Maynard, that's invisible.
Yeah, invisible.
I know you're suffering, but you've just got to be brave.
How can I? I'm like naked.
Maynard, I'll make it up to you. Yeah, let's go over to the malt shop. I'll treat. How about the movies? They're showing a great double feature. The Monster That Devoured Cleveland and The Son of the Monster That Devoured Cleveland. Maynard, remember, it's better to have loved and lost than never to have loved at all. Ask me, I know. Uh-oh. Chatsworth is pretty mean to come down here just so you can rub it in.
Unfortunately, chap, that's not why we're here at all.
Parlez maintenant.
Ah, Tom, ma chère. You can't know how this pains me, but Francoise wants me to give you a message.
Like a message?
I don't want to do it, but we members of the aristocracy have a certain obligation to our social inferiors. Noblesse oblige, they call it.
Go on already.
Well, she wants me to tell you that tu insistes.
J'insiste.
J'insiste. Go
Dites-lui
ahead.
que je l'aimais parce qu'il était bon et aussi que je vous parlais parce que j'avais tellement envie de parler le français.
Francoise wants me to tell you that the only reason she ever paid any attention to me was because she was dying to speak French with someone, anyone. Oh, how degrading.
Aussi que je l'aimais parce qu'il était tellement bon.
Also because you were good.
Like true.
Et chante
Unkind.
Like true.
avec un cœur d'or.
Like true.
Wait, Krebs, baby. I didn't even translate it yet.
I dig what she says.
Mais il a changé, il porte de nouveaux habillements et il acte comme un garçon différent.
She liked me the way I used to be with my beard and my sweatshirt.
Le garçon que je vois maintenant, il n'est pas le vrai Maynard G. Krebs.
She says
the way I am now is not the real Maynard G. Krebs.
La true, la true.
You haven't lost her, Maynard. She just wants you the way you used to be.
Yeah. My sweatshirt.
Oui, oui.
Yeah, my beard.
Oui.
And Francois. Man, that's living.
Vive le Maynard. Vive le Dobie.
Vive la France.
Vive the Eiffel Tower. I got a letter from Francois, from Paris.
Oh, that's great, Maynard. What's she got to say?
Well, I tried to read it, but, you know, she's French.
Oh, well, here, maybe I can make it out. You, couldn't read this?
Not a word.
It's written in English.
Hey, like, how about that? What's it say?
Once a gal is dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal is creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream or at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. Dobie!
My name's Dobie Gillis. I'm a young man with a lot of problems. Just a couple of years ago, all I had to worry about was simple fractions and keeping my pants up and Dick Tracy and scout meetings. Now I've got to worry about girls. You know, this is better, I think. At least when I have a girl, which is practically never. Of course, I won't be worrying about girls all the rest of my life. In a few years, I'll be a grown man. Then I'll be worrying about women. And they're the worst kind of girls. I know. I found out yesterday. We were in Charlie Wong's ice cream parlor.
Look, Dobie, why don't you just give up girls?
Maybe I should just give up life. Say, Eldon, you work for a medical laboratory. What's a good poison to take?
Oh, they're all lousy.
Well, I'm not picky.
Oh, take it easy, Pops.
What's there to live for, anyway?
Dizzy Gillespie's new album.
How much can one person suffer? How much breakage can one heart take?
Man, we put those words like music, we got a big hit. How much can one person suffer? Oh, they're square but commercial.
Maynard, you don't understand. I'm desperate. I'm a drained man. Just as this glass is drained, I face a future empty of a soft feminine face. There's no girl in the world for me.
Who's she? Man, that's a cool tune.
Doc Simpson's nurse, Valerie Brown.
Sweet Valerie Brown.
First cousin of Georgia.
I make deliveries to her office, and sometimes she touches my hand, and it burns. Listen, get away. Come on.
Miss Brown?
Yes?
Yeah, you know Eldon.
Yes, I know Eldon.
Yeah, and this is Maynard Krebs.
How do you do, Maynard?
Oh, man, that burns.
And do you have a name?
Yes, I have. Dobie Gillis.
Glad to meet you, Dobie.
Well, we've met. It was one night last week. You had wings and you hovered over my bed. And I heard music from 1,000 violins.
Well.
You're beautiful. When can I see you again?
Tonight. Look for me. I'll be flying low.
I found her. I found her at last. What are you saying? She's about 25.
You'd be like your math teacher.
You don't dig it, do you? There's no love in this life greater than the love for an older woman. I think I'll marry her.
Marry her? You mean like what happened to your mother and father? Dobe, you need a new set of plugs.
She doesn't even know you're alive. She'll know. Just wait and see. Say, when do you make your next delivery to Doc Simpson?
4 o'clock.
I'll do it for you. Take the afternoon off. You his friend?
Yeah.
He needs friends. She just looked at me. The second time she looked through me. The third time she laughed. I think I'll die.
Oh, she was like too old for you anyway.
She was mature.
Hey, let's go to a movie.
When she smiled, she warmed you from the light in her eyes.
I think they're playing The Monster Who Devoured Cleveland.
She looked at me, my soul was seared to a nice golden brown.
The second feature is Space Accountant.
And the sad, hard fact is I made no impression on her.
Third feature is Gone with the Wind.
I tried everything in the book.
The fourth feature...
Everything but dropping dead at her feet.
The fourth feature is...
I've got it. Maynard, I've got it. Hit me square between the eyes. Why didn't I think of that before?
What?
Sympathy.
That's the fourth feature, Tea and Sympathy.
Cool, healing hands on a fevered brow. Her hands, my brow, my Valerie.
Yeah, the fifth feature...
Maynard, I'm gonna get sick.
No, not here.
I'm not just plain sick. Real fancy sick, like half dead. So her heart can go out to me in sympathy.
Man, your needle's like Slip the Groove.
From sympathy to love is only a hop, skip, and a jump. Let's go.
Hey, the fifth feature
not
is...
to the movies, to the library. I've got to get sick.
In the library?
Research, Maynard. When you've got an ailment, there's nothing like knowing the proper symptoms.
You like rickets? Shh. You like rickets?
That's for babies. Hey, Maynard, listen to this. Hyperclinitis. Buzzing in the ears, spots before the eyes, pressure around the throat.
Yeah, I get like the same thing from wearing a collar and a tie.
Yeah, too common.
I don't think it's gonna work good, buddy. You can't like have your sickness and romance, too.
I'm serious, Maynard. Now get with it.
Hey, let's go to a movie.
No.
Maybe they got like a sick picture.
Stop it, will you?
Look, Big Daddy, I'm beginning not to feel good from all this sick talk.
Find me something serious and you can go home.
I don't want to go home. I want to go to a movie.
Maynard, I've got to get sick, sick, sick.
Bubonic plague! Bubonic plague, man, that's got a beat.
Oh, I couldn't come down with that.
Why not?
It's for bubons.
Measles, mumps, migraine, melancholy baby.
Hey, Maynard, listen to this. Citroniosis.
Yeah, good sound.
A rare blood condition.
Good lyrics.
The cause is unknown, possibly spread by ticks.
What's the melody?
Symptoms. Peculiar reddish complexion, shortness of breath, general weakness.
Peculiar reddish complexion, shortness of breath. I like it.
Maynard, I think I found me an ailment.
Congratulations. When are you like going to come down with it?
First thing tomorrow morning, right before breakfast.
Yeah, only one thing bugs me. How are you going to fool the doctor?
Look, Maynard, when you've got a pain in your side, how does the doctor know you have it?
Radar?
Everything which is in here, I've got.
Yeah? Shortness of breath? General weakness? Spasm in the stomach muscles? Facial twitch? Nausea?
Any more?
You don't need it anymore.
You're very sick.
Can you see Valerie holding me close and saying, poor, poor boy, my darling, hurry and get well? Come on, let's get out of here. I want to practice my symptoms. To be sick when you're in the best of health isn't as simple as it appears on the surface to be. The first hurdle was my mother. I didn't anticipate any problem here at all.
Nonsense. You're a fine, strapping, healthy, red-blooded, all-American boy.
Then my dad came over, and he wanted to know what was wrong. I told him I thought I was coming down with something. And there was a worried look on his face.
Yes, boy, I'm worried. Because you're sick, son. Good and sick. And there's only one cure for what you got: sweat. Now, you can work up a sweat in one of two ways. Number one, you can drag that lazy body of yours into the back room and start unpacking that load of canned goods that's been sitting there for over a week. Or, number two, you can start running. But no matter how fast or how far you run, I'm going to catch you, boy, because this time you're not going to wriggle out of it.
He didn't believe me. I knew right then and there I had to play it cool. Real cool. I unpacked the 12 cases of canned peas, Dad. I swept out the storeroom, scrubbed out the cooler, filled the outgoing orders, lined up the empties, threw out the no deposit, no returns that were returned, canned the eggs, and washed the truck. What's next?
Our boy is sick.
There's nothing, Dad. Just a shortness of breath, general weakness, dizzy spells.
Here, take this and go over and see Doc Simpson.
Oh, gee, thanks, Dad.
Oh, my. And he was such a fine, strapping, healthy...
Winnie, there's nothing wrong with him physically. It's up here.
What's the matter with him up there?
How do I know? What am I, a psychiatrist? All I know is that he did the work of 10 men this morning, and any time Dobie works, there must be something wrong with him.
Well, there doesn't seem to be anything wrong with you, Dobie. You're a fine, strapping,
there must
healthy...
be. I get a shortness of breath, general weakness, dizzy spells, a spasm in my stomach muscles.
You keep saying that.
You believe me, don't you?
Of course I do.
Do you believe me, Doc?
Well, frankly, no, but let's take a blood test.
A blood test? What for?
Well, very often when we can't find anything clinically, the chemistry of the blood will tell us a story.
Why listen to my blood when you can hear it from me?
Feel better, Dobie, when we find out from the test that there's nothing wrong with you?
Oh, but there is. I get a shortness of breath, general weakness, dizzy spells, spasm in my stomach.
So this won't hurt.
Maynard, what are you doing here?
Waiting for Dobie.
What's he doing here?
What are you doing here?
I came to pick up something.
So pick it up.
Here, Alden, rush this right down to the lab. It's Dobie Gillis's blood. How do you feel?
Don't stop.
I think you better go home now.
Don't stop.
Dobie?
Darling.
Now, come on, get up. When that blood test comes back negative,
You mean you took a sample of my blood while I was out cold?
It's already on its way to the medical laboratory. Don't you worry, you'll be fine.
I will?
Of course.
But I can't be. I know my own symptoms. Shortness of breath, general weakness.
The blood never
dizziness.
lies.
Never?
Never.
But supposing it comes back positive.
It won't.
If it's supposing it does.
Well, then we'll find out what's wrong with you and we'll make you well.
Will you care?
Of course, I'll be thinking of you all the time. Now, come on, go home. And don't worry. And I'll fly over your bed again tonight.
Fly low. Very...
Now what?
What?
The only thing wrong with that boy is you.
Oh.
He's got a crush on you. That's why he's here, to be close to you.
That's silly. Why should a fine, strapping...
Those are the kind who get crushes. Like me, when you walked in here the first time.
You mean like me, when I pretended to be sick?
And the test was negative.
Oh, but I was positive.
So was I. Love me?
Uh-huh.
Will you miss me?
The 2 days will be like 2 years.
keep away from that boy while I'm gone. I don't like the way he looks at you.
Oh.
Goodbye, darling.
All right, what did the doctor have to say?
Nothing. He just took my blood count.
How much was it?
How much blood or how much money?
How much money? How many bloods can you have? You've got one blood just like anybody else. I could have told the doctor that. How much did it cost?
Now, don't worry, Dad. He'll send you a bill.
I gotta kill that boy. I just got
Now, Herbert, Dobie's a wonderful boy, and you know it.
He's a wonderful boy. He's a wonderful human garbage disposal. That's what he is. There's only one thing keeps that boy from being a genuine, all-out juvenile delinquent.
He's too fine.
He's too lazy.
There are no delinquent juveniles. There are only delinquent parents. We shouldn't think of him as a child. We should be modern and progressive. We should take the psychological approach. Do you know why Dobie runs after girls all the time?
No, I got a pretty good idea. Have you seen some of those girls he's running after? He'd be out of his mind if he didn't chase them. Why, if I were just a few years younger, I'd still be chasing you. And that is a very good idea.
Don't change the subject. This is important. The reason that Dobie runs after girls is that he needs love.
You have been reading those magazines again.
Which magazine?
You know which magazines. Those women's magazines. Dobie needs love. Dobie needs a shot in the head. That's what Dobie needs. I should have clobbered that kid the first time he got out of line. And you know, I never laid a hand on that boy. Not once. Oh, why didn't I?
Because that's primitive.
Primitive? Listen, my father clobbered me, but plenty. All week long, we went around the store liking each other. Nothing was said. And then on Saturday night, when I got ready to take my bath, he called me over and he ticked off everything I had done wrong on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. And then my father did his duty. He took me down in the basement and he gave it to me. And did it ruin my life? Did it make me a criminal? No! I am a solid citizen. I am a down-to-earth, middle-of-the-road, stable, solid, level-headed, even-tempered, mature, conscientious.
I rest my case.
Did you go to the library? Yeah, man. And you got me the dope on citroniosis?
Word for word from the book. Man, that's dull reading.
12 million red blood cells per cubic millimeter. Hemoglobin 9 grams. Boy, that sounds serious.
Now let's go to a movie.
You know, first we gotta get to Eldon before he delivers a report to Doc Simpson.
Then we go to a movie.
No, then we louse up the report to fit my symptoms.
Then we go to a movie.
No, then we take my report with all that hemoglobin jazz in it and substitute it in place of the real one.
Then we go to a movie?
Then we go to a movie.
Nah, I saw the picture 3 times. What else you want to do?
If we just... Here he comes. Remember, give him the old double talk.
Leave it to me.
Hey, what's with you guys? I got deliveries to make. What's so important?
Well, sit down and we'll tell you.
Man, where do you like hear this? What a blast. You know the Franticus Pratt? When he and the Finance and the Browns got together and I said, who, Eldon? Not Eldon. They said, yeah, Eldon. He would never any time. And what do you think?
Yeah, what do you think?
What are you saying?
Tell him, Maynard. I got a Stramnik on the Lucky Go. I'll be right back.
What's he got to do?
He's got a Stramnik on the Lucky Go. And I said, who, Eldon?
Yeah,
and he
phoned for you, Eldon.
For me? What are you saying? Nobody knows I'm here.
It's a girl.
Really?
What a voice. Is Eldon there, please? Would you be kind enough to call him to the phone? Thank you so much.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man!
Normal.
Hello? Hello?
Eldon?
Yes, this is Eldon.
Lucy.
Lucy? Lucy who?
Lucy Heckendorn. Remember we met on Front that time and we laughed?
What's that?
Don't tell me you've forgotten like so soon.
We had such a truant. And I said, you don't mean that. You held me tactile all the way.
I did?
Lucy Heckendorn. H like in heck.
I don't remember you, but I certainly would like to.
Well, I remember you. You're that tall, handsome Fleminick man, aren't you, with Placinic hair?
Your time is up. Deposit 10 cents for the next 3 minutes, please.
Hurry up, Dobe. The operator wanted some more coin.
All finished.
Oh, and just in time, too.
Who was it, Eldon?
A girl.
A girl?
Met her at a party once. She remembered me as a tall, handsome Fleminick man with Placinic hair.
What kind of hair?
You wouldn't understand.
So on. Did you fix up the report?
All fixed. And how can I thank you enough?
Oh, forget it, good buddy. It was Fleminick.
Dobie Gillis. A fine, strapping, red-blooded... Oh, no. Hemoglobin, 9 grams. That poor boy. Indication of incipient citroniosis. Operator, this is an emergency. Get me the health department, quickly.
Citroniosis. That's the most contagious disease known to man. We must quarantine the boy. We must quarantine everybody he's come in contact with.
No, I don't know where he is. Isolation? If I get my hands on him, I'll send him to Madagascar, let alone to the Board of Health. Listen, you better open my store or I'll sue the city. There's nothing wrong with my boy, and what the heck is this whatever you said? Oh, yeah? Well, listen, you just better open my store, that's all. Whatever he said.
And he was such a fine, strapping, healthy, red-blooded...
All-American dodo. My own flesh and blood closes my store. I wonder if he's really sick.
Of course he is, and we have to find him.
We? The whole police department's out looking for him. Do you know what our little boy has done? He has caused a panic.
I hope he doesn't catch cold on top of everything.
Find Dr. Simpson. It's very urgent. When did he leave? Oh, thank goodness. Goodbye.
Dobie!
Oh, I don't feel well.
Stay where you are. Don't move.
Huh?
You're very ill, Dobie.
Oh, did my test come back? What did it say? I told you I didn't feel good. I've been away all day worrying about myself, wondering what the result of my test was, hoping that I would feel your cool hands on my hot head.
Don't come near me, Dobie.
Why, darling?
You have a very serious ailment.
I have?
Extremely serious.
What have I got?
Citroniosis.
Really?
Let's stay where you are.
Valerie, my Florence Nightingale, what's wrong?
You're contagious.
I'm what?
Oh, no, don't be frightened, Dobie. The police will be here soon. They're going to put you in isolation. Dr. Simpson will do everything he can for you.
The police? Isolation? What for? I'm a fine, strapping, healthy, red-blooded, all-American boy. Oh, here you are.
Oh, wait, this is all a mistake. I'm normal. Come along, son. You'll have the best of care. I've got a boy your age. He's a fine, strapping, healthy, red-blooded.
Goodbye, Dobie. You'll be all right.
Hey, I'm all right now. I haven't got anything.
Come along, son.
Well, wait,
Better fumigate this room.
Look, ask Maynard. Ask the medical laboratory. I don't feel good.
I know.
I'm not going anywhere. Take your hands off me. This is a free country.
No. Don't you worry. They might find a cure for it one of these days.
What are you talking about? I got nothing to cure.
Miracles happen every day. Look at penicillin, the race between aspirin and bufferin.
I won't go. I won't.
Jim!
What's going on here?
I'm being railroaded, Doc.
Let the boy go.
Let him go. He's sick.
I'm his physician. I'll take the responsibility.
Okay, you're the doctor, but let me warn you, he's got to be in isolation.
I'll take care of it.
So long, son. Research goes on day and night. Same age as my boy.
Stay away from Dobie. He's got...
I know what he's got. I just came from the lab and saw the report. The real report.
Then you know about me and about...
You want to know something, Dobie? I've got the same thing you've got. Only I got it first. Okay, Dobie. You're cured.
Don't worry, Dobie. You'll find a girl.
Yeah, that's what they keep telling me. So how come I never find one?
You're on the sauce again, Dobe. What's the matter, good buddy?
Same as always. No girl. All that research we did, wasted. Valerie loves Doc Simpson.
Oh, cheer up, Big Daddy. You'll get a girl, and that old bluebird of happiness will like fly again.
Never.
Wow, who's she? Cora Klaus, just got back from boarding school.
All of a sudden, the sun is out.
Very rich. Her father owns some big business in town.
Oh, not Klaus's nursery.
Yeah. He sells babies?
No, plants, trees, shrubs, stuff like that. Oh. Come on, Maynard, we're going to the library.
Again? What for?
I want to read up on Japanese beetles.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream or at all? No matter, he's hers and hers alone. 'Cause Dobie has to have a girl to call his own. Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dreamboat at all? No matter, it's hers and hers alone. Dobie.
I'm picking flowers for my girl, Arabella Parmalee. Ah, lovely Arabella. What could be more fitting? I mean, Arabella's a flower herself. Her skin is like a rose petal. Her eyes are like delphiniums. Her two lips are like tulips. Her hair is...
Oh, hi, good buddy. What you like doing?
I was like picking flowers.
Who's the chick?
Her name's Arabella Parmalee, and she loves me.
Oh, she's like new in the neighborhood, huh?
Maynard, that's not friendly.
Oh, I'm sorry, Dope. Here, I'll help you.
Oh, good, good. Arabella is a merry, splendid thing. She's the
Dope.
Yes, my helper?
I think we better, stop plucking these poppies.
No, surely you jest. For the love of my great tawny animal, I may go on picking these delicate buds forever.
Oh.
Arabella is a Come on, help me, Maynard. You always liked flowers.
I just kicked it. Dope like Igor's J like the Opsky, huh?
I'm gonna pick so many I might need a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, a fast one, like headed out of town.
Maynard, you're worried about something.
Yeah, and it's like right behind you.
Like right behind me?
Yeah. Like hi.
Yeah, we want to... Like I see what you mean. Yeah, good afternoon, officer. How's business?
Caught many gangsters lately?
Maynard.
See this sign?
Oh, yeah,
yes,
we
sir.
see it.
Yeah.
Man, what spelling?
Yeah.
What printing?
Maynard.
Cool, read it.
Really? Oh. Well, you see, sir, in this light...
Read it, mister, or you'll be the first boy in town to do his homework in solitary confinement.
Do not pick the flowers.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Now you.
Well, you see, sir, in this light...
All over town, robbers are robbing, murderers are murdering, and some lucky cop is chasing them. But me, I get stuck with a couple of left-headed flower filches.
Well, sir, I only picked a few to help my romance.
You're like for romance, aren't you, sir?
No, I'm a married man.
Honest, officer, we didn't mean any harm.
Out! And if I ever catch you defacing city property again, I'll run you in.
Oh, yes, yes, sir.
All right, halt! Those flowers are city property.
Oh, yes, sir. Sorry.
Halt! It's against the law to clutter up the park.
Oh, yes, sir. Come on, Maynard. Sorry, officer.
Yes.
Come on.
Halt! You can't dump them over there.
Yes, sir. Maynard. Oh, sir, please excuse us. We didn't mean it.
Like, no.
We couldn't help it.
But you like so hard to run around.
What?
No. He just means we wanted to run past you.
Yeah, but your big fat stomach kept getting in the way.
If I ever catch you on my beat again, you better have a sneaky lawyer.
Hi, Mom. How do I look?
Oh, lovely Arabella.
Do you think Dobie will like me?
Well, let me put it this way, dear. If your father saw you in that dress, he'd lock you in your room.
Oh, Dobie will like me.
What type of boy is he?
Dobie? Well, he's a little hard to describe.
Where's he taking you?
A walk in the park, I guess.
That describes him perfectly. The out-of-money type.
He's very polite. I'm sure even Daddy will like him.
Does he talk back?
Oh, no.
Daddy will like him.
Boy, did I run into a couple of lame brains yesterday. Arabella changed that dress or I'll lock you in your room.
Welcome home, Daddy.
Have you ever been in love? I don't mean the shallow kind of love where you feel like you're floating on a cloud. I mean the serious, everlasting kind of love where you feel like you've just eaten something that doesn't agree with you. Well, that's how I felt. Sick. And it was wonderful. Maynard?
Oh, hi, good buddy.
Hi.
You going out with the chick tonight?
Yep, to the movies.
Can I go along?
Well, Maynard, we'd like your company and all that, but when a fella and a girl go to the movies, well, you know how it is.
I'll pay my own way.
Well, that isn't it, Maynard.
Oh, I dig it.
Now, look, Maynard, you see them...
Go on, have fun. I'll be like all right.
Maynard, stop dramatizing.
Oh, it's just like when Clark Gable kept running off with Myrna Loy. Spencer Tracy kept being left behind.
Maynard.
Call me Spencer.
What? Now, look, Maynard, you've got to understand. Arabella will never come between us. I mean, love is love, but friendship is entirely different.
Like true?
Yeah. Now, you see, if a man likes fishing, that doesn't mean he stops liking his wife and children.
Oh, you mean if you like Dig Dizzy Gillespie, that don't mean you have to kick Thelonious Monk.
Right, Maynard.
Yeah, and if you go for hot fudge sundaes, that don't mean you have to give up French fried potatoes.
No.
Or how about spooky movies?
Spooky
if you rate for them, that don't mean you have to turn up your nose at widescreen and CinemaScope. Yeah, and take television.
Maynard.
Who says you like Love Lucy and Sneer at the Millionaire? And beards. Mine look swinging on me, but look pretty square, my mother.
Maynard, enough! People are watching. Goodness.
You'd have to draw me a picture.
Well, I'm glad.
Frankly, Dobe, you don't credit me for, like, digging these basic precepts.
Basic precepts?
Yeah, I read that in a box of breakfast cereal. Good buddy.
Yes, Maynard?
You're gonna say hello to me when you meet me on the street, aren't you?
Now, look, Maynard, please try to understand.
Go on, good buddy. Go on, don't look back.
Okay, we'll all go to the movies. Here.
Wish that Dobie would hurry up and get here. He's late.
Oh, my feet hurt. I won't be able to make that Bison Lodge meeting tonight. Hurry up with that water, will you? I wouldn't mind getting my feet sore chasing after some real crooks. But it's pretty aggravating just chasing around after a couple of kids. Arabella, if I ever find you hanging around any teenage characters like that, I'll put you on bread and water for a week.
How many banks did they knock on? How many heists did they pull?
Please, Edith. You're making me homesick.
Sam, it's your own fault you're not on a beat with this action. You and that violent temper.
Temper? Who's got a temper? I'm sweet as sugar. Yeah, what do you think you're doing? The Sam Hill is that? I'll get it.
Dad, no.
Now, wait a minute. This house is my beat.
You go out and patrol the closet until you get your clothes on.
Hi, Dobie.
Hi, Arabella.
You're late.
How well I know, Arabella. Each moment away from you is like an eternity. to the fairest of them all. And to the fair sister of the fairest of them all.
Oh, you'll go a long way,
Yes,
boy. But I happen to be her mother.
No.
I don't know about Daddy, but Mother loves him.
Yeah.
Mom, this is Dobie Gillis.
Charmed. Would you mind if somebody else came along with us to the movies?
Oh, that's sweet of you, Dobie, but you two kids run along.
No. I mean, Maynard, come on in. This is my friend Maynard G. Krebs. Maynard, this is Mrs. Parmalee and Arabella Parmalee.
Hello.
Like hi.
Mhm.
Like hi.
Like, how do you do?
Arabella, I didn't think you'd mind if Maynard came along with us to the movies. He was kind of lonesome.
You didn't?
No.
Yeah, I won't be in the way. I'll even get my own popcorn.
Yeah.
Well,
Oh, like, please, they're showing a real gasser of a movie. The monster that devoured Cleveland.
Well, all right. This time.
Oh, thank you,
You're like a
Arabella.
real human being, man.
Yeah. Maynard. I'm sorry the flowers are so beat up, but I had a little trouble.
Oh?
A fat cop stepped all over them.
Boys, in this house, we do not use the word cop. We prefer law enforcement officer.
Oh, well, this big, fat law enforcement officer was taking up the whole part.
Yeah, you should have seen him. He looked like 100 pounds of potatoes in a 50-pound sack.
And he was like Dog, don't you think a bit like cut out?
Oh, no, not yet, Maynard. Boy, was he clumsy. He squashed the daylights out of the flowers. He was built for a lot of squash.
Dog, we gotta go.
In a minute, Maynard, in a minute. Sometimes I wonder why these fat cops, fat law enforcement officers.
Good buddy, the monster's gonna have Cleveland half devoured. Come on.
Maynard, you're worried about something again.
Yeah, and he's like right behind you.
Like right behind me?
Like, hi.
Like I see what you mean. Good evening, how's business?
Caught many gangsters lately?
Yeah.
What are these criminal types doing here?
They're Dobie Gillis and Maynard Krebs.
Yeah.
Do you know them, Daddy?
They're the flower manglers.
Pleased to meet you, sir.
Like likewise.
Yeah.
They're friends of mine.
Well, from now on, so are bread and water. Out!
You, sir.
And on the double!
Come on, Dope. He's bigger than both of us.
Yes,
Don't fight
he
it.
is.
Hold it, mister. Do you want to go out with Arabella?
No, ma'am.
Maynard, she means me. Yes, more than anything in the world.
Arabella, do you want to go out with Dobie?
Oh, I certainly do.
Then
Yeah.
go and don't let anybody stop you.
Watch it, Edith. I'll run you in for interfering with an officer.
Arabella's old enough to pick her own friends.
And besides, what did Dobie do that was so bad?
He only picked flowers in open defiance of a do not pick the flowers sign.
Now there's a real public enemy.
His whole attitude is miserable. Besides that, he's stubborn and uncooperative.
But, sir, look.
Quiet! Who asked you? Besides, look at that dangerous-looking joker he hangs around with.
Hands off, Maynard. I'm through letting you ruin our children's lives.
Yes, look what happened to Abigail.
Don't mention your sister's name in my presence again.
She's got to. We'll never find out what happened to Abigail.
You had to order her to stop seeing that jockey.
And 3 days later, we got a wedding announcement from Santa Anita.
Abigail takes after your side of the family.
You can't force children to do anything. Good night, kids, and have a good time.
Be back by 10 and don't park in front of the house.
Be back at 11 and enjoy yourself.
Thanks, Mom.
You're all heart, man.
Yes, sir. Maynard. That was my introduction to Arabella's father. It wasn't exactly what you'd call the beginning of a beautiful friendship. But I wasn't worried. You see, Mr. Parmalee's a father, and I'm an authority on the care and handling of fathers.
I gotta kill that boy. I just got it.
You mean Dobie isn't up yet?
Oh, certainly not. It's barely 11 o'clock and there's work to be done.
Herbert, the boy is entitled to his rest. He was up very late last night.
Oh, if he stays in bed, he's entitled to his rest. If I stay in bed, I'm a bum.
Herbert, nobody ever said you were a bum.
And nobody ever said I was not the father of a bum.
Good morning, good morning, good morning. My, what a beautiful, beautiful day.
Good morning,
Oh,
dear.
I'm sorry, but did all the noise we were making down here while we were, if you will pardon the expression, working, wake you?
Yeah, but I had to get up anyhow. I have a date. Oh, Dad, would you mind?
No.
I didn't even finish the question.
Go right ahead. Finish it. The answer will still be the same.
No?
Yes.
You said yes.
I said yes. The answer is no.
Dad, I have to have a few dollars so I can go out and mingle.
Oh, by all means, son. Go, mingle. How would it seem if your mother and I, standing here in the midst of the lettuces and the tomatoes and the cabbages and the pickled kumquats, could not look the world square in the face and say, our son is out mingling?
Dad, that's not fair. If I don't get out and mingle, I'll never meet the right girl, and I'll never get married, and I'll have to live here with you and Mom the rest of my life.
The rest of your life?
Yeah. Thanks, Dad. Thanks very much.
Mangle.
Mingle. Bye, Mom. And, Dad, it's good to know that there's still an area of communication between us, however faint.
Too true, too true.
Back to work.
Someday I must explain the meaning of the word to that boy. Work, I could explain from now to doomsday. He thinks it's a foreign language or from outer space or something. No, outer space he'd understand.
Oh, good morning, officer.
How do you do?
Nice place you have here.
We like it here. Have an apple. It'll save you the trouble of pinching it later on.
Oh, that's not why I came in. I'm new here, and I like to get acquainted with the people on my beat. My name's Parmalee.
Oh, Gillis, Herbert T. This is Mrs. Gillis.
Pleased to meet you. I understand you have a son.
He didn't do it.
Oh, he's not in trouble.
Naturally not.
No, I was just curious about him. You see, he's been going out with my daughter.
Oh, well, those are the breaks.
How nice.
Yeah, and I want it to stop.
May I ask why?
I'm her father, and I want it to stop.
Are you implying that our son isn't good enough for your daughter?
Now, just a minute, mister. This is America, and my son can go out with any girl he wants to, even if she is related to you, which is what makes her stupid enough to go out with a kid like Dobie in the first place.
My daughter is a very fine girl.
Dobie is a very fine boy.
Arabella is sweet and kind and sensitive.
Dobie is sweet and kind and sensitive, too.
Arabella is ambitious and hardworking.
Dobie is sweet and kind and sensitive. If you don't want them going out together, why don't you tell her to stop seeing him?
Well, I can't, you see. Arabella's kind of high-strung, and she might get the feeling that she was being pushed around.
Well, that's your problem, Sherlock Holmes.
Now, look, Mr. Gillis, Mrs. Gillis, we're grown-up people.
Well, some of us are.
We have to face the situation that our children were not meant for each other.
That's for them to decide.
Then you're not going to stop Dobie from seeing Arabella?
My answer is a positively negative no.
Well spoken, Herbert.
All right. But you haven't heard the end of this. Sour.
Herbert, he can't do anything, can he?
No, he cares. I wonder how he's going to do it.
Did you have a nice time, Arabella?
Well, frankly, Dobie...
What's wrong? Didn't you like the roller skating?
Oh, I enjoyed that a lot.
Well, maybe it was the hamburgers.
No, they were delicious.
Well, didn't you like going there in my father's truck?
Oh, I liked that.
Well, then what's the matter?
Him.
Dobie, help me take off my skates, please, huh?
Oh, Sergeant Friday.
Let's have a little respect for the law.
You are getting as little as possible.
You'll be laughing from the business side of a cell when I turn you in for violating Ordinance 308.
Oh, come off of it, Waldo, before I turn you in for loitering inside a policeman's uniform.
That newspaper stand is blocking the sidewalk in violation of Ordinance 308.
That newspaper stand was out there when I bought the store.
All right, you got your choice. $10 or 10 days in jail on those matches. Ordinance 134 says you got to keep them out of the reach of children.
Those matches are 5 feet off the floor.
Not high enough. Kids are getting taller these days.
Now you listen to me, Parmalee.
Now you listen to me, Gillis. Where's that barrel of sand?
What barrel of sand?
The law requires that you have a barrel of sand inside the front door so that you can put it on the sidewalk in case of snow.
Snows?
To keep the people from falling down.
Snow?
Ordinance 253.
Snow? It is 96 degrees in the shade outside. All over town, people are falling down from the heat.
You can't be too careful. The weather's very changeable these days. Now, you get that sand in by tomorrow. You have the shells fixed for those matches. You bring in that newsstand. Or would you rather order your meals by banging on the bars with a tin cup?
By tomorrow, I can't do all that. Oh, I get it. Call off Dobie.
Now you're thinking. I'll be back in the morning. Better.
What's the matter, dear? Something wrong?
I'm thinking.
Oh, dear.
Thinking about Alfred.
Alfred?
Yes, your cousin Alfred, who used to live with us and eat his weight every day until I threw him out on his big fat head.
What about him?
Didn't he try to get on the police force?
Yes, but he didn't pass his exam.
Mm-hmm. Whatever happened to his police officer's manual?
I think it's in the closet. Why?
Would you mind getting it for me, Winnie Pooh?
Why, what do you want it for?
There is more than one way to skin a cop.
There's more than one way to skin a Gillis.
What's a Gillis?
Top secret.
Sam, I haven't seen you so excited since the old days of the McDougal mob.
Yep, the old war horse is back in harness. Got to take a flock of these citation books. Edith, Today, I am loaded for groceries.
Like, hi, good buddy.
Oh, hello, Maynard.
Where you like going?
Yeah, nowhere, Maynard.
I never been there. Can I go with you?
Yeah, some other time, Maynard.
Oh, you're going out with her again, huh?
Now, look, Maynard.
Go ahead. I'll get used to being lonely.
Now, Maynard.
After a while, I probably won't even cry much.
Maynard, that's silly.
The world is like loaded with us lost souls.
Maynard, don't talk like
I'll live all alone, like a helmet.
Maynard, that's Herman.
Yeah, Herman.
Now, listen to me, Maynard.
Maynard the Hermit, they'll call me.
Maynard, look, why don't you
I'll live
come
along
along
the
with
woods, eat
Arabella
like
and me?
roots and berries.
Look, we'll have
the
a lot
animals
of
will
fun.
come my
Come
friends.
on, Maynard. Please
I'll
come
build my
with
house
us.
in a tree.
Maynard.
Or maybe a
Maynard,
cave.
they're not even listening to me.
Okay, I'll go with you and Arabella.
Oh, good. Thank you, Maynard. Maynard.
You didn't bring the newsstand in, huh?
Nope.
You didn't put it in the barrel of sand?
Nope.
And you didn't fix those shells full of matches, huh?
Nope.
All right, Gillis, if you want to play rough, that's the way it's going to be. I'll hit you with every violation of the book. You got an alarm bell on your freezer?
Nope.
Violation. Have you had your scales checked in the last 2 months?
Nope.
Violation. Have you had your cash registers checked in the last year?
Nope.
Violation. Have you had your electrical wiring fixed?
Just a minute, Parmalee. I happen to have some reading material of my own here.
Oh?
Police Officer's Manual. Minimum standard of physical fitness for police officers. How much do you weigh?
None of your business.
Just a minute. I am a taxpayer and your employer. Therefore, I have a right to know. How much do you weigh?
Oh, about 165, give or take a few pounds.
How many?
58.
And that's better. What is your waist measurement?
Close to 34.
How close?
44.
You have a very cute figure, Parmalee, but it is just about 10 inches and 58 pounds too cute.
Come on, whoever pays attention to those measurements?
I do. And I also happen to have the telephone number of the police commissioner. And it says right here, officers who do not meet the minimum standard physical requirements shall be subject to instant dismissal, section 921.
Gillis, one of these days.
Oh, the commissioner's going to get a great kick out of this.
You wouldn't. You would.
Just a minute. How many times can you touch your toes?
Touch my toes, are you kidding?
Police regulations say 20 times. Now.
Oh, now, wait a minute, Gillis.
I wonder who the new cop on this beat is going to be.
I'm touching.
You're touching? I wonder if it says anything in here about cops who can't get over their stomach. Oh, you're touching your toes. And we are being protected by you. Crazy. Crazy. How about some push-ups?
Oh, now, Gillis.
Mr. Gillis, employee. Regulations say 10 push-ups.
I'll get my uniform dirty.
Be my guest. One. Two and a half.
All right, Gillis. What do you want from me?
Simple justice. Just let my store alone.
Never.
I'll turn you into the police commissioner.
I'll turn in these citations.
And we will both go to the bottom together.
That's the way it's gotta be.
Now, just a minute. You can't push me around, Buster. I happen to be a veteran with the Good Conduct Medal and a taxpayer and a member of the Benevolent Order of Bisons.
So am I, a charter member.
You're a bison?
Chapter 62.
Oh, chapter 47. Brother
Bison.
Brother Bison. Say, Brother Parmalee.
Sam. Call me Sam.
Okay, Brother Sam.
All right, Brother Herb.
How many verses of the Bison song do you happen to know?
Oh, about 23.
Shall we take it from the top?
I'm with you.
The benevolent order of bison, brothers one and all. We're the cake and we're the icing, winter, spring, and fall. The benevolent order of bison, stick through thin and thick. We are better than streptomycin when a pirate
Here. Our new ceremonial helmets. Got them at the library last night.
Hey, how about that?
And on top of everything else, our kids are crazy about each other.
What a break.
I'll break this over your head, Dobie Gillis.
I didn't have the heart to leave him, Arabella. He was all alone.
I'll go for him, a good buddy. Just forget about me.
Maynard, come back.
You'll have to choose between us.
But he was so lonely.
That does it. Out!
Please, Arabella, please.
Out!
All right. My friends aren't good enough for you, then neither am I.
Out!
Out?
Out!
Colors high. We said it once, we'll say it twice, and say it till we die. Arabella, if you want to go out with Mr. Gillis' son, it's all right with me.
Son, she's a fine girl.
And if he's anything like his father, I order you to marry him.
She's stuck up.
He is inconsiderate.
She's insensitive.
He's terribly impolite.
Now, just a minute. Nobody can talk to Dobie like that except me.
You got a nerve talking to my daughter that way?
He can talk any way he wants.
Says who?
Says me.
Oh, yeah?
Now listen, Sam.
Officer Parmalee to you.
Herbert G. Gillis, taxpayer to you, and suck in that overstuffed stomach of yours.
Oh, yeah? Are you going to put out that barrel of sand?
No.
Are you going to have those shells made for those matches?
No.
Are you going to have your cash register checked?
No.
Are you going to put an alarm bell on your freezer?
No.
Are you going to...
Hey, Dobe, let's say we ankle over the playground and toss a baseball around.
No, we'd better not, Maynard. We might break a window or something.
Yeah. How about some tennis?
Regulations say you have to wear tennis shoes.
Regulations?
Yeah.
Stuff like that never used to bother you before. What happened?
I turned chicken.
Why?
Him.
Once a gal was dreamy, Dobie. Once a gal was creamy, Dobie. Once a gal to call his own. Is she blonde? Is she tall? Is she dark? Is she small? Is she any kind of dream one at all? No matter